Warning. True Sundaze is an entertainment podcast ran by entertainment professionals. Do not take what we say seriously. Don't even listen if you get offended easily. That being said, if you're brave enough to still be here, then sit down, shut up, and get ready, because it's going to be one hell of a ride.
Testicle.
24-hour shift?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think that's legal.
Season 3, episode 6, because 4 was.
Just make it up. You've been making it up for 2 seasons. I'm always like, sure it is, motherfucker. Season what episode?
This for you for whenever you're done, okay? All right, Braden, can you get the 45-minute timer out, Braden?
God damn it.
Like, actually. And then once we get to the 45-minute mark, we'll base it off if we should
He's
keep
keeping
yelling.
you on.
It's up to you guys.
All right.
My phone doesn't unlike me.
And if you happen to spill on the table, don't worry. You'd be like the 14th and a half
I know.
person.
I didn't.
We're just going to
spill
have
at all.
to hide some more stuff here.
Yeah, we'll just put more knickknacks on the
When
front.
I was on, I didn't.
I'm
spill
not
a
going to
drop.
lie, dude. That doesn't look like candle wax. That
No,
looks
but it
like
is.
a little something
No, I
else.
know. That's why I fucking just real quick. All right.
Mark, you spilled some candle wax in here.
Welcome to True Sundaze, your auntie's favorite podcast, season 3, episode, I'm pretty sure 6. We have a live studio audience with Aaron and my mom out in the heater area, and Aaron's glowing. We have
Literally
a new
glowing.
podcast enhancer. Seriously, her jacket is warming, and so are her gloves, and her socks and shoes, and her pants. It's insane. We have a new podcast enhancer, and she's also an artist. Raina, would you like to say hello?
Hi.
What
Can
type
you do
of
it
art?
one more
What type
time?
What type of art?
What kind of art?
Yeah.
So right now I just got my business license for window paintings and then face paintings, more like kids-based stuff.
Which do you like better, windows or faces?
Windows,
She
because they
likes to
stay.
lick windows.
So, yeah.
Yeah. She's like windows because I can see my own reflection.
Oh yes.
I don't want to look at somebody else's face. See this.
Is that recording real quick? Yeah. Okay, good. She likes to lick windows.
Yeah. She's like
Oh my god, that could be a business name. I don't want to say it though.
licking windows. Yeah.
Windows.
Yeah, we don't want to go there.
Yeah.
I got too many ideas. They're not appropriate.
Oh, dude, that is fucking awesome. End it now. That's amazing.
Yes.
That's a great
Enhanced. It definitely is enhanced now.
Yes. Thank you for enhancing
No
our
doubt.
podcast,
Yes.
Pablo.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
I cannot paint a window, and that was my seed before. I had none of those skills.
Dude. Real quick before we get to the main guest. When it comes to, have you had any problem children? And if you did, what was the most problematic child?
Are you talking
Like,
about
what
when
do you
she's
do?
painting faces?
When she painting windows. No, yes, faces. Come on now. Faces.
Maybe there was a kid that was being an asshole when she was painting windows.
Maybe.
Maybe the kid was hiding behind the window.
Oh,
Yeah.
being an asshole.
Banging on it.
She's like, I'm not trying to look at you.
And then she's like,
step
we're going to
away."
be painting faces. And
Yeah.
that guy got a dick on his face.
Yeah. She painted his face with a knife. Has you had any problem children being with face painting?
They actually don't want to get their face painted, but their parents force them to get their face painted, and the parent will actually grab their face
And hold it still?
like hold it so like
What?
still, and I'm so uncomfortable doing it, and the kid is still trying to fight me and like get away from it, and I'm like, I
What
can't do this anymore. And the parent's like, yes, you can. I'm paying for it. And I'm like, okay.
Dude, what
This is
the
the same thing that they tell Santa when their kid's losing their shit.
Oh,
in his
yeah.
lab.
Yeah,
They're like, he
basically.
loves it. Look at him. Took the fucking picture.
I'm gonna have these photos forever of my kid being in absolute terror.
It's kind of child abuse, isn't it?
It might be.
Yeah.
We'll
It
fight a little
is,
bit.
which is why I try to kind of like deny it sometimes. I'm like, no, it's okay. Like,
But for money, you're like, you know what? Actually abuse that kid. You know what?
yeah.
Abuse him harder. He's not my
Well,
kid. Fuck.
Yeah.
exactly.
What's his name? I don't want to know. Get him out of here. Next.
I don't want to know. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, well, that's good. So, and you're gonna take that on. You're trying to make this like your career, right? Like painting and
Yeah.
stuff. Hell yeah. When are you gonna do your first mural? Question.
Oh my gosh, I
Good
really
question.
want to get into murals. That's just kind of like really bigger scale, and I just have to learn more on my.
Yeah.
You can do it. I knew a guy that did a mural in Stockton.
Mm.
I would have never been like, hey, do you want to come paint a mural? To that guy. It turned
Yeah.
out really good.
You
So
did good.
You did really good. It was pretty far out there, and he was far out there. But you can probably. I mean, you seem very normal. He
Yeah.
was hardly that, and they let
Ooh.
him do one.
Is
so
she normal?
No, not at all.
No, I was homeschooled for
She's
5
an
years, so
autist.
you never really are.
Explains it.
Yeah,
you
she's
didn't have to
homeschooled.
say anything more.
That explains Shit.
That's why everybody's like, "What's wrong with Raina?" I'm like,
That's why we're real. That's why we're gonna be real fucked in like 10 years when all the kids that got homeschooled through COVID become and you're like, oh man.
Yeah,
Dude, yeah. I would not want someone homeschooled painting my child's face.
yeah, right.
Just kidding. And then other guest of the evening is Pablo.
Pablo.
What's your last name? Because I say it in my head, but I think it's incorrect.
Saldivar.
Okay, that's how I've been saying it.
Yeah.
Not with as much finesse.
He said Saldivar, but I heard Escobar, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
think it's just
I get it all.
What's your middle name?
You know what's funny is like when like I'll call the credit card company for whatever,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, "What's your name?" I'm like Pablo. Last name I'm like Saldivar. They're like Sandoval, like the baseball player.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, with the $5,000 credit limit. That's who I am. Come
That's
on.
me. Can we actually up that? That's why I'm calling
Yeah,
today.
that's why
not
I'm
gonna lie.
calling.
Let's
I'm a
get that to
baseball
100.
player.
it's been rough since every time.
Yeah.
I think mine on my I think it's my Comcast. When I get my bill, I had a guy from like I think some call center Middle Eastern guy, and my name
Named Michael?
became his name was like Bill, and because that's what he sends me every month. But my name is Braden Jose instead of Braden Joseph for my middle name.
Oh
so
my gosh.
he didn't like. I don't know where the lines got crossed because that's not my last name, but my bill just shows up Braden Jose. I'm like, okay, cool.
Right?
You can legally not pay those, right? Because it's not your name.
That's my go by in Mexico when I go down there.
Oh,
Braden
I see.
Jose,
So
yeah.
you are Braden Jose somewhere.
Somewhere.
In some life.
Somewhere.
Fuck, dude.
They always tend to mess up my name too.
Do you have a drunk name, Pablo? Like, oh, fucking, Ashley's out tonight. Like, whenever you get too drunk, or like something.
Oscar.
Oscar, you actually have one?
Yeah, that's
Hell
that's
yeah.
my like.
Alter ego.
I don't want girls to know who my real name is. I'm Oscar.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Oscar Guerrero, OG.
Oh my
Oh
god.
damn!
He's got the
and
last
he's got
name
the OG.
and the social. He has
Yeah,
the
he's
social
like,
on
let me
deck.
tell you a story about Oscar.
Yeah.
One time Oscar was out. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Did you have any crazy Oscar stories?
No.
You have no crazy drunk
It's like
stories?
No.
Zero. Was
You
I,
have-
well, I got drunk stories, but
never as Oscar.
never as Oscar. It's just
Hit us.
Pablo the Mexican.
Hit us with your.
Exactly.
Oscar's
is-
well behaved.
Hit us with your best drunk story, because you are drinking Freedom whiskey.
Okay.
It's got
It's
it's got its
only
own dog
90
tag.
proof, dude. Come on.
Did you bring this bottle?
Yeah.
This is your stuff. You like this stuff.
It's one of the ones I drink. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. I brought it because it kind of goes with the theme with the American
I
No,
like
it's
it.
perfect.
background and
Yeah,
everything.
it looks really good. It just
I'm
smells
gonna have
like.
to take a
It's
sip of that.
actually-
We got a shot glass. In
It's
here?
actually made by veterans too, so it's
There you go.
I
Help them
can't-
out.
They
Support
didn't-
'em.
They didn't do very well in the smell. Wait, what's the difference between
I don't think
bourbon?
that's what they were going for.
What's the difference between bourbon and whiskey?
Where it's brewed.
bourbon
or-
is whiskey. It's
not brewed, right?
it-
What is it? Fermented.
Distilled.
Distilled.
yeah. So it's more of a Kentucky blend. And then there you got your Irish whiskeys. You got your
Which is spelled
Scotch.
differently, I think, right? There's like whiskey and whiskey, and I think if it's got an EY, it's from one place, and I think just a Y is another place. I could be making
This
this
one's
up.
EY, and you're making it up.
That's a good question. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
You're not a whiskey drinker, so you're not gonna like the way it smells.
Yeah, based on his
Smells
face.
amazing.
I mean, you're
Don't think
drinking
so.
Michelob Ultra, so
oh my god, dude.
I know, man. We can't even be tough with these out here. It'll be
yes, you
hard-
can. Watch this.
He's gonna crush on his forehead.
I don't know, man.
Oh, he's almost done.
Good. 3 fingers in his butt. Do it.
3 fingers
Oh
in
my
your
God.
butt. You're not that tough.
You're not that tough guy. I could look pretty tough. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it because it's not gonna happen. Anyways, give us your best before we get into
Best
what you
drunk
actually
story.
do. Go ahead.
I was at work all day.
He like had it on deck. There's no things like not like. Let me think about it. He's like, I already know.
Nah, this is
This
the
is-
one
this
that
is
like
it.
I tell Aaron to this day, like, why did you even like marry me? Like, I would have broke up with me. So I'm at work all day.
Oh shit.
We get to my buddy's house. It's about 5:00, and they're hammered. They're like, "Hey, we've taken 10 shots of moonshine. You need to catch up."
They didn't die.
Yeah. So I'm just like, blah 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 blah. Aaron leaves because we're just dating at the time. So
Aaron.
she leaves, and then
Not even real.
supposedly she gets a phone call saying, "Hey, are you Pablo's girlfriend? You need to come pick him up. He's throwing up."
Oh shit.
So by the time she gets there, I'm just sitting in the backyard and I'm just puking on myself.
Fuck.
And she says as soon as she gets in the backyard, I smell like shit. So,
Oh my god, dude. Oh.
anyways, it takes her forever to get me home. You know,
Because she's got to pull over to puke herself.
Yeah.
you know.
Was he puking the whole way? No, I was.
None of my friends knew I shit myself. I guess because they're-
Now they do.
Yeah.
Now
well,
they do.
I guess I was still.
I'm 40. I tell the story now. Like
I was still waiting for the part where he was like, and
Yeah.
I sat down and dog shit. But that's
No,
not what
no,
happened.
No, this is how I found out. So next morning I wake up and I'm just like, oh, I gotta go bathroom. So I go to the bathroom. I'm sitting there taking a crap, and I go to wipe my ass, and it's everywhere. And I'm just like, what the fuck happened?
My shit.
So I'm just like wiping away, just like, no, it's just everywhere.
Oh shit.
So
dude.
then I open up the door to like, because I'm like, this is shower.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. You
I
need
got
to
to
shower. This is not a
I
wiping
open the door.
situation.
Yeah, it's past the wiping. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I open the door.
He'll
and,
never be clean
and
again.
Erin's sleeping on the couch, and she's looking right at me. And she's like, and this is what she says: "You have fun wiping your ass?" And I was like, "I gotta take a shower." And I just jump in the shower. And
Wait. So you pooped yourself. And you threw up, and she grabbed you, took you home, and laid you in bed.
But not just that. The whole way she tried to take me upstairs, I kept turning around and be like, "You got a fucking problem? You got a problem with me?"
She's like, yeah, you smell like shit because you shit yourself.
Yeah, no.
We got a problem. I'm
And
not gonna hook up with you. There's
yeah. And at this
Crap
point
in
in
your
my
pants.
life, you know, if Raina brought, if her man did that,
Yeah.
I'd be like, dump that motherfucker. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean?
Aaron was like, I'm wifing this guy up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna marry him.
Yeah.
There's something about this
This guy's
man.
ride or die.
Man, oh, man.
There's something wrong with that woman to love a man like me, right?
Right? Fuck.
Hey, the one where what you thought the guy was writing in the
That's another one too.
Wait. We'll
that
get.
one I thought you were gonna tell.
Wait, we'll get to that one. But I have
That's a
a question.
great
So
one, too.
so you went to bed in bed.
No, you passed out.
No,
There's a
I
difference.
was in the bed.
Yeah.
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 I
You passed out in the bed.
I
He
passed
didn't
out in
like
the bed.
roll over and like,
Soiled.
Oh, we had to get brand new sheets, everything.
Oh, you guys
Like,
need that. Did like the mattress get ruined too? Like did it? How?
I don't remember. I doubt it.
gotta shit
Like
in the
what
morning.
happened on the way into the house? Though?
Yeah.
Like was it?
I
on
don't
floors?
remember anything.
yeah, there wasn't a ring doorbell back then. We
Yeah.
don't have documentation.
I remember like maybe the second shot, and then that was it.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I was
Holy
done.
fuck, dude.
Yeah.
But you survived. Obviously. Were you
exactly.
hungover in the morning? Like dealing with all this? Also hungover?
I'm
I'm surprised
so.
the first thing you were like still having to shit when you woke up.
Yeah,
You're
that's
like,
insane. Didn't she get it all out the night before?
Yeah,
No
you're like,
shit.
I got shit. I
I
shit.
fucking don't know.
But-
It was crazy.
How'd the
That should've
shower go?
been.
Did it all get like you cleaned up very well?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
that loofah went too
I-
with the bed
I
sheets.
lathered.
Yeah, you did.
lathered,
I
yeah.
bet you had to lather and soak
Yeah.
for a bit, huh?
It was-
And then how was like the time after that? Were you worried in the shower, like fuck, like she's like gonna leave, or like were you fine with were you solid
Nah, I
in
think
your
we were-
relationship?
I think we were content.
Damn, dude,
You
were
know?
you embarrassed slightly at all?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would be.
Hey, anytime you shit yourself, you're embarrassed.
Dude, one time I almost shit myself and I was so embarrassed and no one knew and I was just like, damn, that almost happened. And my dad knew. That was it.
Yeah.
It was really bad. Well, it wasn't bad, but I thought in my head it was.
You know,
It was rough, dude. It's tough. It's human nature.
Yeah.
I'm like secure. I tell everyone, hey, if we're gonna go on a trip that's over 35 and a half minutes, best believe we're gonna pull over. I'm probably gonna go off into the distance. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Probably missing my shirt or both my socks. Like that is just the part of life I'm in now.
It's
I don't know what
common.
it is.
Yep.
you know, we were
Yeah.
talking earlier about
That's why you wear the
your
long
buddy
socks.
stepping in shit,
Yeah, Dan.
and
Shout out Dan.
I was thinking like I got a story with that too.
You have another shit story?
Yeah, and this is a horrible one because
Worse than double wiping to shower?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could talk
No,
shit.
yeah, no. This is more
can't
on
wait
the
to hear this.
This is more on the line of your buddy.
Okay,
So-
okay.
I'm driving from Galt or actually from Lodi to Dublin, and by the time I get to Dublin,
story. I just remembered. God damn it.
you know, it's the same thing. You know, it's a
Yeah.
2.5 hour drive. You know, the middle of traffic.
Yeah.
So I have to pee so bad. I'm like, just driving. I get to the job site. They got the blue porta potties, right? I open the door and I stand there and I pull down my pants, or I'm taking a piss and I shriek, and I feel shriek, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I look down and a homeless man shit on the floor, and I stepped in human shit
Oh, that's so
all
bad.
on my boots. And like, you know, the boots got the little heel. It was
Yeah,
all stuck
yeah,
in
it was
there.
in there.
Yeah,
Like
and
swimwear.
Exactly. So I
You're at a gas
literally had
station?
to, huh?
Were you at a gas station? or
No,
were
I
you-
was on the job site.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so you're at work. So you just fucking rubbing dirt a little bit, right?
I tried. Well, they had fresh concrete
Oh.
on the curb, and I was just like sliding my foot on it.
All
you
right,
know,
I-
I just,
that's-
you gotta
that's
clean
pretty
it.
bad.
You gotta clean it off, right?
Yeah, you gotta scrape it.
Yeah.
I got a poop story. This happened last weekend.
Last poop story, and then I'm gonna get off this because I hate shit.
This was bad. Okay,
Wait, when
so
was this?
last weekend.
Oh, very recent. It's a
Yeah.
fresh steamer.
This one's yeah. So we're at Peter's house,
Oh God.
and we're watching the football game, and
God.
one of our friends brings over her kids, and she's got a son that's like probably 9 years old.
So old enough to not shit himself.
He's not gonna shit himself.
Yeah.
Nice kid. Like kids were really well behaved. We were like hanging out. There wasn't a lot of us. There was maybe like 6 people there, plus including the kids. So, but he brings a little. We're watching like the Niner game. He's bringing his football. We're playing catch. I'm completely just. I've been doing like yard work. I need to go home and change, but I happened to run over there to help them like get groceries and stuff because we were gonna barbecue.
It's like right around the corner from his house.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm gonna run home and
Okay.
change. I'm dressed in like my crappiest clothes, just like was doing yard work.
Yeah, they are. I've seen.
Playing catch with this football. The dog keeps chasing the ball and grabbing it, and we're like, oh, gross, like grab the ball. I'm wearing this nasty sweater, so I like wipe the dog drool off
my
on the
God.
sweater and like go back to playing catch because I'm like, I'm gonna go home and change anyway. Like I'm like already disgusting, right? So I'm getting ready to leave, and the kid throws me the football, and the dog had like he was like playing keep away with the ball. I catch the football, and I'm like, yo. This ball is covered in dog shit. But also this kid like doesn't realize that this ball, like he just threw me a spiral with dog shit all embedded in this football. So
Did you throw it back?
no,
I would have.
I was like, I didn't want to embarrass him and be like, dude, you're covered in dog shit. So I just grabbed the ball and just wiped it
on you?
on my
Oh my
sweatshirt,
God.
like cleaned it off.
No.
Like, yeah, because I was trying not to make him embarrassed, right? So I
Fuck that kid.
cleaned
That's
the
his
ball
fault.
off, threw the ball back, dumped my sweatshirt, and was like, all right, guys, gotta go. Wrapped it up.
Nah.
And then, like, went in the house, and that ball continued to, like, play catch for the rest of the day. And I was just thinking that ball is probably still got some poop on it.
Yeah.
That is horrendous.
Yeah.
I am wiping that ball on that kid.
Dude, that kid deserves to be embarrassed. That's what you get for fucking picking up a shitty football and then
I think
throwing
he was
it
just,
to me.
He was just in the moment, you know? He was, like, feeling like he
one
was.
of those to his fucking forehead.
It was, like, halftime. He was caught up in the game.
Fuck him.
I feel like he was Jimmy Garoppolo.
What?
No.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Talking about my
Whoa.
guy.
Yeah,
That's him. That's who
We're
you
talking
feel-
about my guy.
Dude, he has 49ers tattooed on his ass cheek.
Hey, cool.
No,
Yeah.
it's on my arm, but
Oh,
yeah.
it is on his arm.
Hey.
Is it really on your arm?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I saw it at the crab feed.
I was rooting. I put money on the game.
Yeah.
I was.
How much
I was-
money did you put?
I put $100 straight up to win, and I think they had so there was a spread of I think 6, but I just took them to win, and I think it paid 200 to 1. Then I bet them to cover
Damn.
an over, which was stupid, so I ended up making $100 off $100. But
Did-
for a minute there, I was up 200 on 100.
Fuck. Did you bet? Do you bet on sports at all?
No.
Nothing.
No.
Not even a little bit.
No.
Me either.
I tell people like I'm really good at like odd sports like darts,
Oh,
pool,
I heard.
things like that. But like, I'll like kill you. But if there's like a dollar bet, I'll scratch on that 8 ball. Like it doesn't matter every time. It doesn't matter what it is.
No shit.
Yeah, I call it the Saldivar curse.
Mm.
And I got a buddy who like we play sports together, cornhole and all that stuff, and then like he'll get in my head. And he's like, "You ready for that Saldivar curse to come in?"
Oh,
And
damn.
then-
He knows.
Calls you on it.
Sure enough.
Motherfucker.
Sure enough.
Dude, I heard from Aaron that you're really good at cornhole, darts, pool. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not the best. I'm not the worst, but I would like to.
You're pretty good at darts.
I'm okay. I would like to play. We
All right.
can all have a good time. I have my own darts in a little case that I made.
Whoa.
They're nothing special, but my friend did bestow me with really nice darts that I keep in a really nice case. A case that I painted gold. It's a school pencil box case
Uh-huh.
for like pencils that I painted gold. It was pink and it holds my darts and it's very nice and I like it.
That's
But
good.
yeah, we should all fucking get together. I'm decent at cornhole too. I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay. And I make sure it's regulation because over at Five Windows, not regulation. I step it out.
Right.
I step it out. And you have everyone like playing not regulation. I'm like, you guys are fucking pussies.
Yeah.
Look at this, and mine's like 10 feet further than all of theirs.
Yeah,
'cause
I'll
it's,
call
like,
people
true.
out. I'll call people
Yeah.
out all the time.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's not regulation. Let's
You can't.
be
can't.
for real about this.
Aside from pooping yourself, I heard you do tattoos too.
I was gonna get to that right now.
Yeah.
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 So okay, so at what age did you start getting into tattoos, and then what age did your kids start getting into drawing really well? Because they're very artistic.
So
Very like I'm
2 out
not
of
no
3.
exaggeration.
One of the
Oh yeah, the littlest one's not, huh? Shout out that guy.
I mean, your dad are nerding out right now on some action figures.
They are, yeah.
So one of the first tattoos I did was when I was in high school. So the story is, I had this cousin. His name's Adam. Big time gangbanger. Nathaniel. So he goes to CYA. You know, he gets locked up for a little bit in the California Youth Authority. And while he was in there, he gets out and he calls me. He's like, hey, man, I learned how to make a tattoo machine.
How old were you?
Well, we're in high school.
Oh, okay.
You know?
17, 18 maybe.
Probably a little bit younger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was in trouble young.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but by that time he had already like caught a barn on fire, broke some windows in people's houses. He's just
What the heck?
yeah. Anyways, he was a great kid.
Good for him.
Anyways, so he tells me to come over. So he has this tattoo machine made out of a little
Like a pen?
yeah, but it was like a big pin with guitar wire, the wire out of a guitar string.
What the heck?
You know, a motor out of a little race car, you know, and it's all hooked
Wow.
up to these batteries. You know, it's just it's
homemade for
it's
sure.
homemade from like how they make them inside the penitentiaries. So
Holy fuck, dude.
he's like, tattoo me. So spray paint right into
What?
like a bowl. We dip the needle in and I start tattooing him. It was probably not even it wasn't even a big tattoo. It turned out, it looked like shit. So that was the first time I did it.
with spray paint.
Spray paint.
Wow, I didn't
Yeah.
even think of that. I would
it's
think,
not the sanitarius way.
No, I didn't think that.
so-
I would say pen ink.
So I was always
Not
into
spray
art.
paint.
I was always into art. Graffiti was one of the big things we did. I lived by the train tracks in Galt, so like they would park freights there, and me and my buddies would go spray paint them. And
Allegedly.
no, we didn't. Yeah, we did. So
Oh, yeah.
I was really into art back in the day. I had a graffiti name. It was Krish, Krish. We
shit.
had a crew. It was called the I forget the name. I forget the name. But we had a little crew
We'll
together.
tag it.
Yeah, we had a little crew. We and that crew got formed by some guy who moved from L.A. to Galt,
Okay.
and he was like a graffiti artist, and he got us all into it and all that stuff. Well, then
That is so cool.
so anyways, we get together, and I'm really into art, and I want to become a tattoo artist. But back then, being a tattoo artist was expensive. It was just like, just a startup was like $5,000, and I was already
Jeez.
on my way of having a family and stuff like that. So I was like, it's just a dream.
Yeah.
So the economy crashed in 2009. You know, work starts getting slow. I'm turning 30. And then around that time, October 31st, 2009, my cousin, the one that had the tattoo machine,
The spray paint one?
Yeah.
Him?
yeah. So he was in and out of prison.
Okay.
And he actually would write letters saying like, hey, I'm learning how to tattoo. We should start a business, whatever. And I'm just like,
Damn.
yeah, you're just going to get locked up.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of his routine. You know, big dreams get locked up, big dreams get locked up.
That sucks.
October 31st, 2009, he's out. He gets murdered. So on Halloween night,
The day
2009.
he gets out?
No, he was out for a little bit. But he just got in a bad situation. He ends up getting murdered that night.
Fuck.
So, economy crash. We're trying to, you know, just kind of stay stable and, you know, pay bills. And I'm about to turn 30, and I'm just trying to think, like, what am I going to do? You know, I'm turning 30. I'm having, like, a little midlife crisis, you know.
Shit.
And I have a buddy named Saul who's tattooing. And I'm like, you know what, Aaron, I want to get a tattoo. So I go in, and me and him start talking, and we did a lot of art in high school together. And he was like, hey, why don't you get into tattooing? And I was like, yeah, I don't got time for it. But I sat there, and while he tattooed me, I literally watched everything he did. And I was like,
Where was it at on your body?
on my forearm,
Okay.
right here.
Yeah.
It says family. So I was like, I could do this. I know I could do this. So I ended up going home, and I, you know, sat on it for a little bit, and it was kind of like a dream. And I was like, I finally told Aaron, I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about selling my golf stuff, because I was
shit.
into golf. I was like, and getting the money to invest in some tattoo equipment.
Damn.
And the stuff got cheaper by then because
that's good.
the internet was booming now.
Mm-hmm.
So there was tons of different websites that sold tattoo equipment. And he kind of gave me like some links of places to get tattoo equipment. So I sold my golf stuff, bought my first tattoo equipment, and you know, it was kind of like I'm gonna live the dream that my cousin wanted to have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because at that point I was like, you know, life's kind of short. You know,
Yeah.
you do what you want to love. You
Yeah.
know what you love.
And if you're good at it, why not?
Yeah.
Why
So,
not?
you know, get the tattoo equipment, practice on a couple fake skin, and then I think Aaron was like, "Are you ready to tattoo me?" And I was like,
Oh yeah, that's right, huh?
so it was the stressfulest thing, the first tattoo. But she made it comfortable. She put some music on, and we kind of just it happened on the bed.
It was her thigh, right?
Yeah, and it was on the bed.
And what was it on her thigh?
It was like we never finished it. It was just an outline of a lily.
It was love.
Oh no, it was love. Yeah, you're right. It says love
On my hip.
on her hip.
Aww.
And that was the
So
first
cute.
tattoo. And then I actually I had a friend at work when all this was going on. I was like, I'm thinking about getting a tattoo, and people were like just kind of talking shit, like,
Yeah.
you can't tattoo, blah 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 blah. And then he was like, hey, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'll be your guinea pig.
No shit.
So his
That
name
is
was
so
Frank,
cool.
and like literally I tattooed him for like months.
Really?
And like just started getting into it, watched a lot of YouTube videos. I didn't get no help from
Wow.
any tattoo
It's
artist.
crazy
and
back
kinda
then too.
just-
It's like because YouTube's so like
Prominent now.
Yeah. So I learned how to tattoo from YouTube pretty
Mm-hmm.
much. And then, you know, you just put in the time and it just kind of just took off and, you know.
Dude, YouTube can literally be a free college because my dad learned hellish on
Really
YouTube.
is.
I've learned hellish on YouTube. You can like okay.
As soon as you come across something that you like
Yeah.
need some schooling on, it's like the number one thing that people
Yeah.
go to is like YouTube.
There's a channel. It's called I don't know what the actual name, but it's like Dad, How Do I? You know, it's called that.
Yeah.
And it's a dude who grew up single or grew up without a dad, and now he's a grown man, and he shows you how to like tie a tie, how to change a tire, how
Yes.
to like
I've
you know.
seen that guy and
and-
I learned because I didn't
And
have a
that's
father
cool.
growing up,
Mhm.
you know, and now that I'm in my the company I work for, I'm in a bigger role now and we have these big business meetings. You know, my company took me to Washington, D.C. and big dinners, and I'm having to dress up.
Damn.
And I don't know how to tie a tie.
Me either, because they don't teach that in fucking high school.
They don't
or how
teach
to
you
write a
shit.
check.
So
So crazy.
I go on this website and that guy,
Mhm.
he's like, this is how you do it.
Yep.
Just normal tie. It still looked like shit, you know.
But you had the concept of
But
it.
I had
That's
the
all that matters.
concept, you know. Even it's kind of funny because I go there and I got the tie on and it's all. And one of the guys I work with, he's like, "That looks like shit. Who did that?" I was like, "I did." He's like, "Give that shit to me," and he takes it off and he's just like, makes it all pretty.
Dude, the
And then he puts it on me. He's like,
listen,
"I'm
if-
like, hey, thanks, man, but I tried."
ties are tough. Ties are tough. I still couldn't tell you. All of my, because every away game for football in high school, we had to wear, dress nicely. I kept all my ties just undone enough to get over my head, and I hung
Yeah.
them on a hanger.
There you go.
And for all 4 years of high school, I wore the same ties that were always tied. Tied once, never untied ever
You couldn't
again.
just get away with the clip on in high school.
I didn't like clip-on. I don't know. That was different. I wasn't in
You know
high
what the
school.
ones they need to start making for like the consumer because they'd use them a lot in like rentals.
Mhm.
They have like the stitched knot. And then they have this like little slip that's just
Oh, I
like
know what you're talking
you know what I'm
about.
talking about.
Yeah.
So it's like a little it's like a slip noose. So it's not even like a tie. You could like pull it out.
Oh, what?
But you really don't. You kind of just like uncinch it,
Mhm.
and then when you want to like cinch it back, it just like you just pull one part of the tie, and it just like cinches it. But the
Yeah.
knot is just free
Genius.
floating. So it's like
Genius.
they just need to make those for people.
Fuck.
So it's like a formal tie, but you don't have to tie it ever.
I want to learn how to tie a bow tie,
Yeah, those are
Bow
tough.
ties
I've
are
never gone
weird.
after
but
one
I
of
don't
those.
think I could pull it off.
Have you ever
though.
seen someone tie a bow tie?
Yeah,
Very interesting to watch.
it's interesting, but I don't think I could pull
I
off
don't
a bow
think I do
tie.
it.
Yeah.
I'm too dark
Would you
for
want?
that.
Would you want to pull off a bow tie? That'd be like pulling off looking good with 3 fingers in your butt during a fight. Like, it would be cool realistically, but would you want to do it?
You get a lot of people to watch.
Yeah, you would. When it comes to tattooing, what does it feel like to tattoo skin? Like, what's the we talked a
So-
little bit about like the drag, the feeling. Like, how
Yeah.
does it? What does it
I
feel
tell
like?
people like the best way, the best feeling to learn how to tattoo on skin and to know the right depth and how it feels is to tattoo yourself. And that's what I did. My legs are covered with tattoos.
Really?
And I did all the tattoos on my arms, because you get a sense of like, okay, that hurts because I feel like I'm going too deep. That
Wow,
feels
that's
right.
right.
That feels
Makes
like
sense.
a scratch.
Yep.
That feels, so.
You can also see probably like how like the ink's taking based
Yeah.
on the pressure that you're giving because you want it to
Wow.
look
Exactly.
good. You got like
Exactly.
the immediate like
So,
feedback, huh?
Wow.
And
Makes sense.
and I watched a lot of videos, and a lot of the videos that I watched on YouTube was like, you're getting good when people start complimenting on how it doesn't hurt,
Really?
and that's what I've always been told is like, hey, you have a light touch,
Wow.
and I'm like, well, thank you. I take pride in just kind of like learning the craft, and it like I said, it's just. It's a trial and error basis. I mean,
Which is crazy because it's permanent. But
What's your like?
you gotta practice.
What's your forte in that space? Is it like some people I think like they kind of like become really good at people, or they might do like
what's
like,
your-
like
so-
what are you like,
Like
good at
portraits
like
or-
portraits, or they
Yeah.
like
Line
script
work?
is like their thing, like
So I tell people what I
Specialized.
consider
Specialty.
myself is a black and gray Chicano style tattoo artist,
Okay.
which covers a large variety of black and gray roses.
I love rose tattoos. I don't know why.
Anything black and gray I could do, realism.
That is sick.
Did you used to do like when you were just doing art back in like the day? Was it more like pencil work? Like were you kind of on like already in that space where you were like looking at like shades of like I guess like tones of gray or
when I was
black or
younger,
scale?
I didn't have very many tools available to myself, so it was just pencils. That's all my.
crazy.
That's all my.
But it makes sense, right? That's
we
what
were
you
a
got
low
good
income
at.
family, so like that's literally all we had were pencils around the house. So I would
That's
draw
insane.
with pencils, and I never got to dabble with like colors and stuff like that. But as soon as I started getting really good at black and gray, and I tell people black and gray is my thing. But I live in a prominently white community in Galt, and a lot of my clients are women, and they love color.
Why do you think
Yep.
that they're predominantly women? Like, is it just the
well, so
like?
so
Is
here's
there a reason you think
That's
that's like
crazy.
the thing?
so I have a private studio.
Is that part of it? You think is that just the
And what
intimacy
it
of
is the intimacy is that they don't feel comfortable in tattoo shops,
I could see that.
because you could talk to tons of women and they'll tell you like,
It's
if
a
I
weird
have
vibe.
a tattoo that I want right here on my
Yeah,
chest,
you're out in front of everybody.
the guy's like, take off your shirt, and then he has women there or guys, his homies there that are all just watching, and they feel uncomfortable.
for sure.
So I was able to get into a space where they felt comfortable, and they come, and most of them are wives, and they don't, they're just not into that
Yeah.
that lifestyle anymore. You know what I mean? And then I actually got into tattooing correctional officers and police officers.
No shit.
Because it's a safe space, because they get fucked with at tattoo shops.
For sure.
Oh, I believe it.
For the most part, they find out you're a police officer, they treat you like shit.
Mm-hmm.
So once I got a couple of police officers,
damn.
they started coming to me, and
I feel like that's like a
Correctional
heavy like
officers as well.
referral like base.
it's
like
a
in the
referral
tattoo
based
space.
system. Yeah, so it started off with some local police officers that I grew up with, and then it ended up reaching out to Lodi, Stockton. Correctional officers started reaching out to me because it's a small community. They
Yeah.
all know each other, and
Yeah, once you have somebody that you know that does good stuff, that's not
Yeah.
you're not gonna get the hassle. It's probably
Yeah.
like, yeah, my boy did this.
and that's some of the best compliments I get is from correctional officers that because they deal with a lot of tattoo artists that are locked up. And
shit. I
So
didn't
they
even
see
think
their
about that.
tattoos, and they're
Wow.
like, whoa, where are you getting your tattoo work from? Oh, it's my boy.
Damn,
It's my
that's-
boy Pablo.
right, like it holds up.
I
Yeah.
didn't think about the whole being a correctional officer, locking someone up. They get out. The tattoo artist be like, "Oh, you're a cop." Like,
Yeah.
it's animosity, whether the cop
Yeah,
directly dealt with them or not. Like, "Oh, you're a cop." That's crazy.
yeah. So
That's insane. I didn't even think about that. Have you done any cover-ups ever yet? Or
yeah, I've done tons of
Yeah.
cover-ups.
how
I
does
don't,
that go? Because
I don't
it's
like doing
so
it.
hard.
Just because it's like a
No, so the problem is that someone will be like, "Hey, I want a portrait of my mom, and I want you to cover this tattoo up with it." And it's just like, this is not possible.
Yeah,
you know
some
what I mean?
can't be possible
No.
for what they want.
Yeah, you have to do really dark tattoos to cover up
Mhm.
tattoos,
Mhm.
and a lot of people don't understand that concept. They just think, "Hey, I'm just gonna tell them I want this white lotus,
Over this
but
black
I got
name.
this big old black tribal tattoo."
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
What the
And
fuck?
it's just I'll turn people down when I see their ideas. I'm like, that's not gonna work. But then there's some people who bring in ideas and or let me play with it, and they're like, and then they turn out great.
I feel like that's the key with the cover up. You gotta like give it to the artist and be like, hey, what can you do with what I got?
Yeah, just give me some ideas of what you want, and then I can play with it.
Make it work. Raina, do you have any tattoos?
I do. I have 2.
That's
I
right,
have
that's right, I remember.
the cross on the back of my neck, and then a really small rose on my wrist.
Did your dad do either one of those?
He did both.
Oh, perfect, good. And then when are you gonna get your next tattoo done?
So basically, he told me that
What'd you tell him?
not his client anymore, and so
That's not what I said.
Okay, Raina, I'm so sorry. Let's go back. What did you actually say?
I
What's the truth?
said you need to worry about.
He said, I ain't tattooing you.
It was more along the lines of like, hey, you need to focus on other things right now, and not putting tattoos on your body.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Wait, you're like 18.
But I did refer to my buddy Saul, the one that did my arm, and I said, hey, if you're gonna go to somebody, you need to go to this guy because he works for White Buffalo Gallery in Roseville.
I go to Black Buffalo Tattoo and Collections in Rockland.
Okay, so and at White Buffalo Gallery, they have real artists. They don't just tattoo. They actually watercolor. They do actual paintings and stuff like. They're like real artists.
That is so cool.
So
that is so fucking cool.
And he's a real fucking artist, himself. So, and I wish I could do that, but I have responsibilities. I have kids and stuff. He doesn't have kids, so he gets to live his life, and he's just a really good friend of mine, and
that's awesome.
He's actually going to take care of her and kind of hook her up with a pretty good price. And
yeah,
good
he
stuff,
is. He's
so.
really great, and he's a really good color artist, which is good.
And you like color?
I do. Not like hardcore color. Like I don't like the harsh, like vibrant ones, but I like the pastels, and he's still really good with that.
That is so crazy. I couldn't cut someone's hair. I have cut someone's hair, and it did not. It came out okay, but not anything crazy. But I don't think I could get to the actually putting needle to skin and just knowing, like, dude.
It's a confidence. It really is a confidence. And I tell people all the time, like, they're like, well, how did you get into it? How did you know it was going to be right for you? And I always tell them, I was like, here's the thing with tattooing: you either got it or you don't.
Oh yeah,
because
I don't got it.
Because you can't you can't go into a tattoo with no confidence and be like, hey, I don't know what's gonna turn out like.
Wow.
Even the tattoos I've done where I'm like, this is a little bit outside of my boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I haven't done something like this, but I tell myself, if I don't try, how am I gonna know if I can do it? And I'll literally go into a tattoo without telling the client, hey, I'm kind of a little bit nervous about this. I'll tell Aaron, I don't know, and then I'll go into it, and then when I'm doing it, I'm like, why am I fucking second guessing myself? I'm fucking good.
Yeah, you're
you know what I mean? And then and then I'll do the tattoo, and then I'll sit there and I'll look at it forever. And even though the client leaves and he's like, oh man, this is so fucking badass, thank you so much, I'll still sit there and I'll look at it and be like,
have your own critiques.
I could have did this better. I could have did that better.
That's every artist. I don't consider myself an artist, but I do dabble in painting. I try. I fucking hate them. And I'll like throw them away. My dad will know I throw them away, so he'll wait till I'm done and go pick them out, and I'll see them up on his wall.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I've seen a couple paintings up there, and like there's one of some mountains on the second floor, I think.
Oh, that's me.
That's you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I Bob Ross that shit.
And I was looking at it, and I was like,
I swear.
And I was looking at it, and I was like, this is a good fucking painting, but it's not done.
No, it wasn't done.
It's totally not done.
Do you know why it's not done?
And I literally was like, if I had a fucking marker on me right now, I'd add some shit right now.
Dude, you know what's funny? That'd be so cool. It's not done because it was oil painting. I've never painted oil before. And it was so, not tough, like, working with, tough with patience of letting it dry. It took like 2 weeks to dry, genuinely. Yeah. And I remember a week later I touched it and it was still wet. And I was like, how is it still wet?
There's tricks. So
I don't know them, obviously.
You gotta cut that shit. You gotta cut it with like linseed oil and just turpentine.
So just like I tell Raina when she wants to get into like a different style of art, I tell her, I'm like, don't just go into it wasting your money and wasting your time. Do the research. YouTube is fucking...
it's a college.
It's a college. Yeah. It really is. It'll teach you anything. Me and my son, we're working on his truck, We don't know what we're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And if there's something we need to look at, how to take out his headliner because he wants to pull it off, I go to YouTube. We look at it, and then all of a sudden I act like I'm a pro.
Yeah,
You know,
I see.
hey, you can't do that
Hold
without
on,
me.
kid.
Let's go in here. Like, your dad's been doing his whole life.
Yeah,
idea.
I don't know.
I think how to put on a condom was like my first YouTube search ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
It's not really that hard. It's just
I
like,
had to figure it out, man.
You gotta pinch it?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, it was
It
weird.
kept going on backwards. What's happening?
Yeah, and how to have sex was next.
It kept
and
ending
still
up
don't
on
know how
his
to
finger.
do that.
What the
Yeah, I
fuck?
was like, how does it keep getting over here?
Yeah.
3 fingers deep in a condom. Like, what? This doesn't feel right.
is not supposed to
me,
end up this
at
way.
least. Anyway,
You're just like blowing it up.
tying it to a string. Like, this is definitely is not what I see in videos.
Hey, it's it.
Why is this floating?
Anyways, I saw YouTube. I know now.
Yeah.
If you were curious, I know now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before I didn't. But yeah, no, the mountains painting, yeah, it definitely is like a sunset-ish or maybe sunrise, depending. And then mountains, and that's
Yeah,
literally it.
it
That's
really
literally
looks
it.
like the sun's going down in that
Yeah.
in that painting.
That was
And
my goal.
You know what? I looked at it and I was like, "This is a nice painting. It's
I
just
appreciate
not
that.
done. You
It's
can
not
tell
done.
it's not done."
What would you add to it?
I think the sky needs some type of like layers on it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's
I think
just-
there's a point in art that I've watched like a lot of like art videos like recently. I used to like draw quite a bit when I was younger, and
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
he used to draw penises. And
Yeah. No, that's totally this guy. This
Oh, we
guy's
gotta
got,
see Pablo draw some penises because I love drawing dicks, dude.
This
They're
guy's
the
got
funnest
the
thing
dick.
to
Oh, yeah.
draw.
So
I know.
hey, when I was in
Dude.
second grade, this is a good story. I was drawing just a bunch of like little like, I don't know what they were. They were like a little long, and they were all
They
connected.
had these things at the bottom and a head.
They
and
were all
weird.
connected. And the teacher, Miss Lucas, I still remember her because she scarred me for this.
Fucking bitch.
She's like, "What are you drawing?" I'm like, "I don't know." She gave me like straight the 3rd degree until she convinced me I was drawing dicks.
she mind.
And
she
I
mind
got
fucked
sent
you.
to the office.
She's like,
And I was crying. I was in second grade. I'm like, they are like I didn't.
They are
you know,
dicks. Oh.
They were all like those like infinitely repeating shapes of just
Yeah.
dicks. Like the
Yeah.
head made the ball sack. Like
connecting.
like wallpaper.
I remember.
What is this?
I remember. I think one of our kids was going to Valley Oaks at one point, right?
No.
No?
No way.
Nope.
I'll
We
let
were
Daniel-
somewhere and she was there, and I was just looking at her. I was like, "Bitch."
Yeah. Remember when you
Bitch.
convinced me I was drawing those dicks?
Remember they weren't
Yeah.
dicks and you told me they're dicks? Fuck you.
I was gonna say though, I think there's a
Scarred me.
there's a place in art a lot of times.
For dicks.
No, like where
There's-
like you get to a point where like you hate the picture, or
Yes.
like whatever you're working on, it like
Yeah.
hits this point where you're like you want to just like scrap it.
It's immediate. First brushstroke, I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, but you get to a place where you think it's like where he ended on that
Yeah.
that mountain picture, but it's like if you push through that and keep like working with it, all of a sudden you can get it to a place where like, damn, I didn't think that we were gonna like get there.
I
Thanks,
feel like
Pablo.
I feel like the older I've gotten to, like
You're pretty
the,
old.
the harder it is for me to like, look at a piece that I've drawn and be like, that was my best. Because
Really?
I've been doing it for so long, I know that there's things I could work on. There's, sometimes I do tattoos and I'm like, it's great, it's nice, they love it. Everybody who sees it's gonna love it, but at the same time, I'm
That's-
thinking like I could have did a little bit more to make it.
Yeah.
It's like the
But
artist's
isn't
eye.
that
You
isn't
got
that
your
the
own
point?
critique.
Is to create art that for other people that they like. If they like it, it's like I understand you can always better yourself, but to really be hard on yourself, you probably shouldn't. Because if the client likes it, that's all that really matters, right?
Well, at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
At the end, that's what really matters is
I think
that
there
they,
is
they
like some
walk out of it and they're happy.
self-satisfaction though. Like there is something like when you're talking about
I understand.
taking
that.
a leap of faith and like going after something that you're like, okay, this is gonna make me stretch. When you do it and you feel like super rewarded by the fact that
Yeah.
you reach the mark, you kind of do get it's kind of for you. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, I know that I did that and I got
There
that.
are
Yeah,
ones where
I
I'm
understand.
like, where it's outside of my element, and then I do it, and then I sit there and I kind of like
You're like
I
you're
soak it in. I'm
you
like,
feel
yeah,
like
this is where I want to go.
accomplished.
Yeah, I
You're
feel
like,
accomplished.
I did
This
that.
is where I want to go.
No shit.
I want to keep going.
Dude,
so,
that's sick. That
Well,
is so dope.
so I'm actually on like a break right now from tattooing, and
Why though?
Unreal.
we're doing a home remodel, and
Okay,
Oh,
so just like
just some-
practicality.
some
A
stuff, yeah.
huge remodel. He's being huge. She showed me a picture. I was like, what the fuck,
Down in
dude?
the studs.
Yeah.
Everything.
So yeah,
Like
so
what you're doing.
So Right
What do you do
before
for work outside of tattooing? Sorry to interrupt.
OnlyFans.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yes.
obviously.
Yeah.
But, like,
Come
besides
on.
that, yeah.
Yeah, it's at 3 fingers. No. So for my 40-hour week, which is actually more like 50, 60 hour
Yeah,
a
you're
week.
hustling.
Fuck that.
I'm a field superintendent for a fire sprinkler company. We do overhead fire protection. So
Oh, cool.
Oh shit!
So, yeah,
I did
so
not know
That's
that.
a lot of, that's a lot of
Oh, I
big
did.
business.
yeah,
I did know that.
Yeah.
I did know that.
So
More people than you
I run
know.
the whole multifamily division.
You-
So I go check on all the foremen, make sure all the materials out and
Oh, hell
scheduled
yeah.
on time, and all the building and all this stuff.
You
So,
make sure everyone's doing their shit, right?
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. If you ask Serena, I don't do shit. So
And what you earned it,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, you work hard so that you don't have to work hard later.
Mhm.
So and that's why I always tell people is like, I busted my ass, and you know, especially
my
now,
dad.
especially nowadays with these like this new generation coming in, is like.
Yep.
You bust your ass so you don't have to bust your ass when you get older, and they don't
Mhm.
understand that they want to go from 0 to 100 like right now
With no effort and hand it to them.
Yeah, they want it all handed to them. They don't. They
There's
want,
just so much nuance, though, in everything, right? Like, I think people underestimate the amount of nuance in, like, every industry.
yeah.
It's
I don't
like
even know what that word is. Nuance.
like minutia that you have to be able to, like, absorb
He throws another hard word at me.
stuff
Okay, stuff. Oh, okay,
a lot of
okay, I'll
shit
take that.
that you have to, like, get
Brain's
to.
too
Like,
smart for me.
Yeah.
you got, like, you know, it seems simple at the face value, and you can have, like, you can be a smooth talker or be, like, you know, you can be a young buck that has, like, you know, 9 out of the 10 check marks, but that 10th check mark is all of, like, the little details
Mhm.
that you have
Yeah.
no idea what you're, like, doing, that when shit hits the fan, you have to be able to be like, no, this is what we're going to do in this situation, and be like
Yeah.
100% confident that that's, like, the exact thing that you need to do. But
Well,
that comes
yeah.
with time.
And-
Yeah,
and-
it takes years to, like, get that stuff,
Yeah.
to, like,
And-
know how to
and-
apply it.
And then
Fuck.
you got to explain to everybody that not everybody's going to have the ability to do what I do or to do
No.
what you do. You know what I mean? I mean, it's there's places for everybody within a company, and it doesn't mean you're any less valuable.
No.
But you're not
Everybody's-
as valuable.
No, everybody's
they're valuable.
Everybody's valuable. It's just
I live by the
I-
idea
I
of
think that-
make yourself an asset. Make yourself someone that they can't fire or they don't want to fire because you are too valued.
Put it.
So when people see me as a field superintendent, they're like, "That's bull crap." You know, I've been here longer than him. But they didn't see what I did.
Mhm.
You know how when nobody wanted to go through the apprenticeship program, I was the first person to graduate through the apprenticeship program through my
Damn,
company.
that's super
You
good.
know, when they offered me the opportunity to become an instructor for the apprenticeship program, I took that.
Damn.
You know, when there was opportunities to become an instructor for the Blaze Master certification, I took that. I always put myself in a position where, like, I'm going to take that so nobody else takes it. So when it comes down to the nitty gritty, they know where I stand within this company.
Yeah.
So that, you know, when there's an opportunity to move up, they're going to look at me before everybody else.
and also if there's an
Damn.
opportunity or
Yeah, I
like
love that.
an instance where you gotta, you know, cut the fat. It's like you're not the fat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're like vital.
You're the fat cutter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I tell these guys too, like, even in your position, if you're an installer, where I started as an apprentice,
Way back, way down there.
way at
over
the
there.
bottom. I
Way
started at the bottom. You know what I mean? You can make yourself valuable just by fucking working hard. If you work hard and that guy doesn't work hard, that guy's gonna get laid off first.
Well, now it's not like that. It's like, hey, you're working hard.
Yeah.
You're not working as hard. But you're a different skin tone, so we're gonna move you up. That's like what they're moving to, you know. So I feel like that's a huge deterrent to everyone
Yeah.
trying to work hard, which fucking sucks because I'm for the hard work, but
Yeah.
I can see kind of like, why am I work hard when everyone's, you know, catering to this, whoever, but
and-
catering to get them up because there's not much of the
Yeah.
minority or whatever.
Well,
you know?
that's something that we have to fight with on a daily basis. I mean, I had a Mexican kid come up to me and say that I haven't gotten a raise in so long, blah blah blah,
Mhm.
and then he starts saying it's because of the color of my skin.
Oh, God.
And
Your work ethic, dude. Sorry.
no, he's a good worker.
Oh, good.
And when he said that, first of all, he was on a prevailing wage job. So I was like, how are you complaining about money when you're getting top dollar right now? You know?
Oh, prevailing wage.
Prevailing wage
fuck,
is
my
like-
friend Nate had that.
Yeah.
He was making hell of money.
So that's a state job. So like if your regular wage is $24, if you're on prevailing wage, depending on what level of apprentice you are, you could be making up to fucking $65 an hour, right? And I'm like, okay, well,
The fuck?
you're on a prevailing wage, so I can't really help you right now with your wage because you're already making more than you should. And I'm like, but I was like, but let's not even talk about that. Let's talk about that comment you just made. I'm like, you're using the color of your skin as why you're not getting what you want. I'm like, if anything, you should be looking at me and saying it didn't affect him. If he worked hard and got where he's at, I should be able to do the same.
Yep.
And
How old was he?
and I always tell people, like, and I tell my boss too, I'm in a position where, like, that should be able to help his company for people to see, like, hey, color of skin doesn't fucking matter, you know? Construction is a white industry. It's been a white industry for the longest time. White
Is it
owners
though,
and things like that.
I guess like maybe at the top, but I feel like the backbone of it
not
is
so
like
more no more. Like literally, you go to these meetings, coordination meetings. You're starting to see a lot of color.
Damn.
And
I
there's
feel
nothing
like-
wrong with that. It's just people are getting educated within the system with college, and not just college, but they're going through the ranks and they're working their way up, and they're becoming
I would say that
foremen, they're
like,
becoming superintendents, they're running projects, you know, and it's good to see, but still, our system's kind of teaching people my color of my skin is going to hold me back. You know, with all the stuff that's going on within the country, it's very easy to just point fingers and say it's because of the color of my skin, or it's because I'm low income, or it's because, you know,
Excuses made.
Yeah, it's just it's all excuses right now. You know, it's because of COVID. You know, there's tons of stuff that people just kind of point fingers and it's kind of just like when you all you got to do is kind of talk to your guys and be like, hey, listen, we're all in the same boat. We all are dealing with situations, and I always have to tell people, like, when they have excuses, I'm like, hey, listen, you're like, for instance, you're an apprentice. You're supposed to be taking this test. Why don't you take the test? Oh, I got kids. Well, guess what?
Fuck your kids.
I had kids.
That's your fault.
No, I don't say that.
Oh, no, not you.
I
Yeah.
say,
him,
like, hey,
him, though.
You know, when I was in the apprenticeship program, I was married with 3 kids in diapers.
Holy fuck,
you know?
dude.
And
Fuck
I had, and back then it wasn't like a Thursday when you go test. It was Saturday morning. You had to waste your Saturday to go test. Damn it. And it was just
No,
like,
thank you.
this isn't. I don't want to hear you guys' excuses. If you guys want to continue to better yourself and move up in this company, you gotta start saying who's gonna get me there, because it's not gonna be anybody else. It's gonna be you.
yeah.
So, you know, and
Well,
it's just.
I think that's like the whole thing of like, that's, I mean, what you just said in a lot of ways, and this is probably like, I'm not saying anything profound, but I think it's like the difference of ideology between just different ways of thinking. It's the danger of kind of the whole, and maybe, you know, some of the issues that people bring up on the alternative argument are like validated, right? So it's the idea that, okay, maybe race or color or whatever does play some sort of like part, but I think what you're saying is that it's about like what your own like, do you want to be in control of the outcome, right? If the onus is on you, then the responsibility ends with you, and that's that's a better ideology in saying, hey, you can change the you can change the outcome if you want to. Like that's a better thing than rather than believing that, oh, you're stuck because of something that's outside of your control.
Yeah, and I tell.
That's just I mean, maybe true in some cases. Like there may be some companies that, you know, they are, you know, basing decision making off of things that they shouldn't be, but like hopefully the majority of people aren't doing that, and it is based off of like work ethic and belief and stuff like.
There are companies out there.
There are,
and for those people, I tell them there's other companies.
Sure, yeah, you move. You know, hey, hopefully you get enough people to leave and they go under.
You find the place that works for you. I tell people the story all the time. When I first joined with my company, I was about to get laid off. I was inside the
Get what?
I was about to get laid off from it was Earthlink. You guys remember Earthlink?
No, I don't think I was.
It was
he definitely is old enough. I don't think
it was
I
an
old
internet
enough.
provider.
Were we riding horses at that time for like instead of cars?
Earthlink?
Dial up. That's how old it is.
I don't know. Dial-ups through your phone line, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was like 4.5.
Okay, whatever.
Oh my
It was about, what was it,
God. Oh my
2001,
God.
2000.
That's
Yeah.
when that
Mom,
thing.
how
like,
old was I in 2001? 5?
No, you were about 5.
I was 5.
Because you were born in 96.
How do you know that?
Because
Is it my stomach tattoo?
I think you told me.
Yeah. He's capping. He saw my stomach
no, I
tattoo.
retained
Remember that one time?
Retain that information.
Remember
But,
when you saw it the one time?
no.
He's lying. Keep going.
Tattoo. Anyways, what were we talking about?
No, dial
we're
up.
talking about leaving.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
back
yeah,
in the day.
so-
LinkedIn.
My buddy was already working with
Earthlink.
the company
Oh, yeah.
I work with right now, and he didn't want to get me a job. He was like, "Yeah, you don't want to work here. It's bull crap. It's not a great job." I was like, "You know
Good
what?
friend though in some ways.
No, not really.
No,
I think he just didn't like his job
gotcha.
because I heard it was a good company. I
Right.
had heard good things about them. They paid well.
Right. So you
So-
want to look through that and
So I
check
was
it
like,
out.
you know what? I have kids. I got to get a job.
Yeah, dude, that
So
sucks. I'm sorry.
I kept going in and I kept talking to owner, and he was like, "Well, I'll give you a call, and he kept blowing me off. And then the last time I went in, I walked into his office, and I was like, "Hey, I'm looking for a job." And he turned around and looked at me, and he's like, "You don't know when to fucking quit." And I was like, "No, I need a fucking job."
Hey, you're like, that's
Damn.
the point.
Hey, guy,
And
don't
he's
quit,
like,
actually.
and he just looked at me and he was like, "Well, if you work as hard as you try to get this job," he's like, "I could use you."
Yeah.
So
Oh,
he was like,
shit.
"Hang out, and then I'll get you set up." And you know what? And I wasn't that guy. She fucking pushed me to keep going.
Shout
She's
out
like,
Erin.
"You need to keep going. You
Your
need
little
to keep
glow
going. You need
stick
to keep
over there."
going." Yeah. So, you know, and we talked about that the other day. Like, you know, without her, I wouldn't be the fucking man I am.
Dude, without
you
her,
have to have a good woman.
you would
dude.
be sitting in your own feces. So.
Yeah, I would still be shitting
that
my pants.
chair.
I guarantee
Yeah.
it.
That's
Guarantee it.
fucking. That's awesome. That's good. Yeah, a good work ethic is something this generation lacks. I would say.
Yeah.
But persistence too is like I think a
You know
piece
what?
of
I
what
don't.
he's
I don't.
saying
I don't
too.
think
like,
they're
True.
lacking it. I think
Consistency.
they don't have anybody telling them like, "Hey, this
It's
is
not taught.
This is what you need to do."
Yeah.
And you know, I can tell you right now, like, my kids are gonna be fine because we push work ethic. They've had chores since they were old enough to
Good.
push a lawnmower.
That
to,
puts hair on your chest. Wait,
Yeah.
did you make Random
Yeah,
level one
Rand-
too?
She's got hair on her chest.
Good equality. She has hair on her chest.
Yeah.
Ew. Fuck. All right, real quick. I have a question. I've heard, aside from all this great talk about working, and yeah, this generation fucking sucks. I think we can cap it at that. This generation fucking.
It doesn't
Sucks.
suck.
No, it
they,
sucks.
they just
Let me
need.
get that
they,
Donald.
It's
they
all
need
Let me
about
get
to-
that Donald Trump
participation
cup. I
awards.
want to try a little bit of this.
Yeah.
Just a little. If that's okay.
Yeah, you're good. This is for you guys.
Splash me up. Yeah, I got some.
There's a brown stain in here.
There's some
Yeah.
glasses right here.
Oh, get the Playboy glasses. Yeah.
There
Sorry
you go.
about. Yeah, you got. My
You wanna-
They're all good.
Braden, she's trying to hand it to you.
thanks.
So
Look
what's
how
your-
warm her hands are. Oh my god. Okay, question. Okay, real quick. So I'm gonna end it with
Do you need
me
another one?
saying this generation needs to be more educated on hard work and other stuff.
you know
right?
what? You know what needs to happen, and I've been on a podcast and we talked about this before, is that the schools need to tell kids.
Wait.
like-
You've been on a podcast already?
yeah,
I'm not your first.
no, no.
Go ahead.
Now,
So bummed out.
but on the other
Can we end this real quick?
Yeah, yeah.
Please.
You
And
should have
delete
lied
it?
to him.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
going. What the fuck? I'm
but-
sad. I'm sad.
but
I'm sad.
you know, I tell Aaron, like, people want me.
I know. I know people want you,
I-
but fuck. I wanted you. I
pretty
wanted
good.
you.
I tell you
wanted-
about. I'm the most interesting person you don't want to know.
Erin said she was scared about what you're gonna say, so let's
Oh,
get to
yeah.
that subject next after this.
Step one.
Okay.
I shit myself.
but back to this generation.
Yeah.
What they need to start telling these kids is like, you don't need college to
Yeah.
be successful.
That is so true.
And
so true.
And that's the problem, is that they push college, they push this ideology that
It's money.
you can't be
It's a
something
business.
without a college education. And here's the thing, I didn't go to college, not because I wasn't smart enough, it's because I didn't have the opportunities that most people have. You know, I grew up in a low-income family.
Mm-hmm.
I was lucky to even be able to get into a vehicle out of high school to get to work, you know, in a
Yeah.
small town. And what they got to understand is like, hey, there's vocational schools, there's apprenticeship programs that you could go to within the construction industry that'll
Seriously.
teach you how to, you know, become a working person that could be successful. You know, you could do tons of things, and through that, you know, there's people that go through this and they could work their way up, or they could start their own business, and they could be successful that way. And they don't teach that no more.
I think a big thing too is like, I think it gets lost a lot, and it's the hardest thing I think for people to get a grip on. I think like people struggle with it time and time again. Like they'll go through life, they'll think they'll know, and then it's still a thing that they have to like rediscover. But find out, or do your best to find out like what it is that you really want to do.
OnlyFans.
And then go for it.
Can you film for me?
Yeah.
No.
And that's one thing.
But like once you,
Does he know OnlyFans is?
if you're persistent,
Yeah.
like with you
I
and
got
that,
it. Yeah, he
with
does.
you in that job, right? Like you're like, I want this job.
Yeah.
And you can, if you know like this is what I want, then you can really be assertive and try to go after it. And eventually, people like companies want people that are like, I mean, passionate gets thrown around a lot, but like that are determined to get the position.
Good
Because
work.
there's a lot of people that aren't, and they're in those positions and they're not. They just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And you have somebody that comes along that's really like, I want this, and they're looking at the other person like they don't want it.
Yeah.
And they'll eventually, if you keep being persistent and diligent that that's what you want, you'll get it. But
Yeah.
you have to be certain that that's what you want. So it's like going for what it is that you actually want to go after
And
in
the
life,
and the biggest key
staying
is
on it.
not. And I think I tell people this all the time. The biggest key is never saying no to your kids. If your kids want to try something,
You hear that?
let them try it.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I
they
mean?
let me try.
Raina she's had her hands. She's dabbled in tons of things.
Name
And-
one thing you dabbled in other than art.
Other than art,
Yeah.
art-related things?
No, not art related at all.
Not art-related?
Mhm.
Oh, geez, that's a...
Well, we're talking.
Well, even look at the example though,
just
because like
sports in general,
Oh,
like
oh,
things like that
sports.
too.
You can Google her name and she pops up like the first like 50 pictures.
well, I
Yeah.
think
I'm
it's
not
a good,
kidding.
I think in a good example that was actually brought up on this was like, and she was talking about it, he was talking about it. He did 2 of her tattoos, and then it got to a point where like, I'm not going to do your tattoos anymore for the reasons that he expressed. But then he also like, what was the alternative? Here's an outlet. Like, go talk to this person if you're going to do it. Like, I'm not going to be the one to do it, but that's not me like hindering you from doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, here's a resource, and like if you really want to do it, like go for it.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to be the way all the time, but you don't
True.
have to be like the wall either.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you have
Erin,
any?
Erin probably would have more examples of what she's done, but there's been tons of times where she's, I mean, yeah, she's cheerleaded. She
You did cheerleading?
Oh, goodness.
We've taken
She's like-
taken her,
Don't talk.
to
What?
Las Vegas for cheerleading.
Yes.
She She was in competitive
goodness.
basketball. We took
I
her
knew
to
that.
Arizona for big Adidas competitions and things like that, and just
You were very humble when we talked last time.
yeah.
She could have went on and on, but she
Yeah.
chose not to.
Yeah,
Good
so
for you.
we just try to tell our kids, hey,
think that's good
don't limit
stuff.
yourself to one thing. Try things out, see what you like, and you're young. If you want to start your business, we're there for you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
18. She already has 2 businesses:
Yeah.
face paint and window
We're
painting.
not going to say no.
And window
You know,
licking.
If
Three
if I
businesses.
if I had that opportunity when I was younger, and my mom was to be like, hey, I'll help you get your tattooing started. Maybe that would have been something I would have started off younger, and by now I'd have my own business tattooing.
Well, you do.
you
You have
know.
a private studio.
Yeah, but what I mean is like
Got you.
in a bigger scope where
Got it,
like
got
it's
it.
my full-time gig. you
Yeah,
know?
I got you.
I was talking
Yeah.
to my boss the other day, and we were just talking about life, business, or whatever.
My mom.
Yep, boss mom. But that was something.
Aaron.
That was something that he said, and he's a super successful guy. Like done amazing things, like in previous occupations, and in our current business is very successful. Has made a ton of money over his like career, but he's just like, I always look back, and even when he was like grinding as hard as he was, like in the early years before he had like a family and stuff, he's like, I just
Grinding.
wish I would have gone for bigger things earlier. It's like, go for it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And
Why
now
not? You
we're
have
in the
nothing
age
to
of
lose,
YouTube College, which I believe in 100%.
I believe in it.
Oh, yeah.
For sure, because you can YouTube fucking anything.
Yeah.
But what you can't YouTube is who is the strongest Marvel character or superhero in the whole entire universe. So I'm gonna ask you because I know you're a Marvel fan, right?
Yeah, I a little bit.
No, I heard you. Isn't
Little
he a
bit.
Marvel fan?
Yes, they like Marvel.
You like Marvel? Who's your favorite superhero? I have to ask.
My favorite superhero, Marvel.
Someone you'd fucking just hang out with all day.
I hang out with.
Yeah.
No, there's
hang
a
out.
difference between the greatest superhero
I think that's
and
true.
hanging out
I
with
feel
them.
like-
What do you think the
Because if I'm
strongest?
gonna hang out with somebody, I'm gonna hang out with like Deadpool.
Deadpool,
You know?
Tony
Yeah,
Stark,
yeah.
Deadpool, Tony
Ryan
Stark.
Reynolds, you mean.
Oh, Tony Stark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those two
Tony
are who
Stark's
you
a
want
good
to
one to
hang
hang
out
out
with.
with.
Like Deadpool, you're going and getting drinks. You're having a great time.
Okay,
Yeah.
who do you think is the strongest or most powerful?
The most powerful.
What, Aaron? Please. Sorry.
I was just
Thor?
talking about that hammer.
I'm Thor right now from the gym.
I'm kind of Captain America, dude.
Oh, that's like I feel like
I love the American like history around him.
She said that. You like Captain America, huh?
Yeah. So
You think he's
here's
the strongest though, or is your favorite?
he's my favorite.
Okay,
And
two difference.
I like when they take superheroes and they wrap them around history.
Okay.
You
What's
know,
his
it-
history?
Just with the Cold War and the Nazis and stuff like
True.
that. They kind of bring the history, into it of our country and stuff, and then they wrap it around. And I always think that's cool when they do stuff like that.
I like Captain
I was
America.
watching I wasn't watching. I was
He
at
has a shield though, like
I was at a
And that chiseled jaw.
what the hell was it? It's a
fat wiener.
what do you call it? Like when you're doing I can't even think of the word.
It's okay. Just describe it. I'll name it right now.
Like it's like trivia night.
Yep, trivia
Was that-
night.
was that trivia
Yep,
night?
trivia.
That's what it was.
Yep.
They were at trivia night, and Thor. There's actually somebody
Aaron?
else. Like there's been multiple times where like people have been able to wield Thor's like hammer.
2 times.
Yeah.
Captain America and Vision. That's
No,
it.
actually
Did I just
not.
say
Yep.
Captain
And
America?
No, and there's a third though, because
you.
There's a-
Thor.
I'm pretty sure. What's her name? Hela. Hela was
Yes.
also able
Yeah,
to like.
you're right.
Hela?
wield-
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
the
her
chick.
name's Hela.
Hello, the
A woman? No.
Yeah, no,
the
it happened.
sister.
The sister.
of-
Hella.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Oh, that
woman.
bitch! She caught it. And
She caught
fucking
it.
Yeah.
broke it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh
so
my
it's
God,
like
that was a
if you
power.
look
She
at
had a
if you look
wiener.
at
I saw the
if
bulge.
you look at the power of
She had a
Thor,
wiener.
there's like 3
That's
other
when he messed
people
with
that
his
can
eye,
also
right?
kind of like
Yes.
mess with
Yeah.
his shit, which I
Yeah.
don't know if that's that
Yeah,
powerful.
so Thor's not that powerful. If someone could take your own weapon from you and
He's
use it
fat
against
now.
you,
Yeah,
and he's
that kind
fat.
of ruined.
He's
That
fat
kind of
now.
ruined
Yes.
everything for me.
Fat
But that
Thor.
is in the comic book.
Once he got fat, I was like,
Is it fat
man.
or is he just got a dad bod?
It was
No,
like
he's
no,
fat.
it
He's
was like
not.
gross. It was like a big greasy.
Is that when he was all
belly.
gross and he was
Yeah.
living in that tower alone drinking
Wait,
beer?
No, he wasn't living alone. He wasn't the rock guy.
The
But
Rock.
he had like his stomach. Like, he was just fat. He
I
was-
remember that.
I,
Like,
He was going
looked
through
like
a midlife
homeless
crisis.
person.
Yeah.
Okay, Raina, who's your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero.
Yeah, your favorite. It's okay. Take your time.
I need to stop. I feel pressured to go faster now. I might have to agree with my dad.
Captain America.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
What's up with a mom killer?
See, that's the problem too. Okay, so when Civil War came out,
I haven't seen that one yet. not
We
gonna lie.
divided our families.
Our family divided.
Yeah, into who was like, who's gonna win? Like me, my dad, and Andre were like
Half
Captain
the family
America.
moved out.
Yeah,
to
she
the
was
apartment.
Team Tony Stark.
I was Team Tony Stark. Hell yeah. They have Spider-Man.
him
that guy
and then-
fucking fucks everybody up. Everybody up.
It doesn't matter. No,
Yeah,
he's
but
not a mom killer. He was
Captain
like,
America was like, bros before hoes.
yeah.
I gotta
Really?
take care of my man.
Oh, Bucky.
Yeah, that was
The
his
dude
boy.
that with the metal arm.
Yeah, that was
Fuck
his
that
boy.
guy.
And to be fair, he
Fuck
was
that guy.
controlled under Hydra when that happened.
Yes, he
with
was.
The
So-
whole Star killing.
So he was tricked to thinking bros before hoes.
Yeah, and then Tony Stark got fucking Ant-Man. Come on, dude.
Ant-Man is a very powerful superhero.
No, he's fucking
I've
like
never even seen the movies.
You could not
Refuse
even
to
you
watch
couldn't
them.
even tell if Ant-Man was in
They're
right
not
now.
as exciting.
Come on.
They seem like they.
Who's the character for Ant-Man?
Fucking hold
Paul
on.
Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Come on.
Yeah. Hey, come on. He's not very.
Hey, if,
Yeah,
at least we got
athletic.
his name.
At least he's not athletic either.
No.
But did you see the alternate endings for Ant-Man killing Thanos? Have you seen those videos?
No.
No.
So they're like cartoon animated, and they're like one of the endings is
oh
like
yeah, no, I know what you're talking
Ant-Man
about.
fucking
Goes in his butt and just
yeah
like,
yeah goes in up his butt and then fucking says, and then fucking goes big and then fucking kills Thanos, or like crawling up to his like head, like brain area and fucking doing it. And I think that's fucking awesome. I would go
See, why
through
did
the
they just-
wiener.
why did
and
they
just
do that in
the
the movie?
wiener? And now, could you imagine trying to be Thanos, like big old Thanos, but you have no dick? Like, fuck, I would hate my life.
Yeah.
He'd probably snap and be like, no, wiener. 75 inches. That's what I would do. 80 inches. Just absolutely just fucking ridiculous.
Why?
Anyways, what? Why not? I'm Thanos. Why not?
I don't know.
Anyway, I would say my favorite superhero from not Marvel but DC would be the Flash. I think he's the most
Flash?
He's
Yeah, I
he's the
know.
best. He's the
You
best.
guys love the Flash.
You know what? I did see a picture in there of Flash, and I used to draw Flash all the time when I was a kid.
No shit, really?
Yeah. I used to love drawing Flash. I used to
That's
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all the
You
time.
lost me.
Yeah. I'm sorry. But it was easy.
The
They were
Flash, though.
easy to fucking draw.
The Flash. He's the
Yeah.
strongest superhero. The only person that can beat him, my dad said, the only person that can beat Flash is probably Freddy Krueger, because he will fuck with Flash in his dreams.
What?
You know, you were telling him today. You're like, you know, in your dreams that you can't shoot anybody, you can't hit anybody, you can't like get away.
Yeah, if you're having those
So
dreams.
Freddy takes away his like ability to be fast in his dream. He could probably kill him, and that's like the only person I think that could beat the Flash. Name another person that could beat the Flash.
I mean, if we're talking about the same universe, though, like.
Yeah, Barry Allen, that universe. Because there's like Jay Garrick and the fucking little kid Flash.
She's too young for that.
Yeah, you lost me.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
she's too young for
Oh,
that. She
what
doesn't
the
know what you're
fuck?
talking about.
I'm not a DC person. Like, you can ask me
Yeah,
anything
DC's kinda
about
lame.
Marvel.
DC's
DC's not that lame.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Come on, Batman.
Oh yeah, she likes Batman. Batman
do
fucking
like Batman.
sucks. He's a human.
Yeah.
He's a dumb
Superman-
human.
Superman's probably the only one that's actually a
He's
real
OP,
superhero.
but realistically, if you fucking
an
shine
alien.
green light around
Yeah,
him, he
he's
fucking
actually
dies.
he's an illegal alien too.
He
Oh,
really
you
is.
know
Yeah,
what?
he needs
The
to go
Wonder
back to
Woman
fucking where he
movies
came
were
from.
Krypton.
In my opinion, Krypton. Yeah.
Send him home.
Be like, hey,
Fuck that guy.
you know
Deported.
we don't wear underwear on the outside of our pants.
I know,
Come on,
stupid.
fix that shit.
He's fucking stupid and bright red too.
Yeah.
Let's be
Idiot.
honest, like tights over underwear probably doesn't look good either. You know, you got to go on the outside.
Yeah, but realistically, underwear over tights look like they had the bulge. I feel like, you know, if you have just tights on that are kind of see-through, you kind of got to be like careful in the cold weather.
that'd be my superhero name, the Bulge.
The
bulge?
Yeah,
Yeah. The
that's
bulge.
actually that's pretty good.
That sounds fucking pretty
And they'd be
fucking
fighting
hard,
you.
huh?
The battle of the
They'd be
bulge.
fighting you
Wasn't
and
that
shit,
like-
and they'd be
yeah.
like, "Why do they call him the bulge?" I wonder. And then you'd show them, and they'd be just decimated.
Yeah, he'd be like choking
Yeah.
him, and then all of a sudden uppercut would come.
yeah.
Where did it come
Yeah,
from?
2 hands up here, but fucking one hand,
Yeah.
one something doing this and shit. They're like, "What's happening?"
Yeah,
Dude,
where's
they're
it
hella
coming from?
confused.
What
that's
is
how
that?
That's how you beat everybody. They're just confused on where that third thing is coming from. Unbelievable.
Bulge.
The bulge.
What would be your superhero colors?
Fucking green and fucking I don't know.
Green
Like
and what?
green and brown.
How about blue?
I don't
Dude,
feel like anybody's
I
got
don't
this
know.
locked down.
green and blue I don't know if they go good together.
No,
No,
they
no, no.
can't.
I changed my color from green to blue.
Oh, green to blue.
He's like
Not green
the
and blue.
bulge.
Yeah, the Bulge.
The bulge, green and blue.
Yeah, dude, fuck yeah,
I
the
don't know.
bulge. That's a
Yeah.
good one. Fuck. Where would you fight crime at? Like what city?
Fucking
Galt.
centerfolds.
Just the city of Centerfold.
Just
yeah.
around Centerfold.
No, I'm just a security
Making
guard.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a security guard.
Did this motherfucker
the
stiff you?
bulge.
Bam.
I'll stiff him. Fuck. Raina, what would your superhero name be?
My superhero name? I don't think I would be a superhero.
Do you know why?
Raina
I'd probably be the
Pantsu.
damsel that's just like,
Damsel in distress.
yeah, getting
Yeah.
kidnapped.
She's just trying to make out with everybody
like,
upside
Oh,
down.
no, not like that.
Raina's like, the makeover. And she fucking makes everyone look better
Yeah.
and shit. Fuck, good for you.
Window,
Respect.
window
you.
liquor.
The window licker.
Yeah, there you go. The window
She
licker.
just-
The window liquor.
Everyone's confused on what she's doing, but then they get like beat up because they're so like, what is she doing?
Yeah.
She's licking all the windows.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be bad if you were like
Yeah.
like window man or something. They'd be like, keep her away. Keep her. That's my weakness, is licking me. Aaron, what's your superhero name?
AaronTheMom.com.
AaronTheMom.com. You'd probably be the not coolest superhero. Definitely not
would.
nearly. No, not
Be
as
lame.
cool as the Bulge. Not as cool as the Bulge.
Like her kryptonite would be like a dirty room.
Yeah.
She's
She'd
like,
be
"Clean
"Oh,
it
I have to
up,
stop
ah."
and clean.
Yeah.
Ah."
It'd be a dirty room, but not a dirty butt crack. She'd be able to handle that.
Yeah, she can handle a dirty butt crack.
I don't think she did a very good job.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
actually
you know
no,
what?
you did.
Yeah, that was
Like,
the kryptonite.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Truth be told.
If she would have shit her pants, I would have tried to wipe it.
Yeah, try at least clean
At
him
least.
up.
She might have tried
You
to
lay
wipe
him
it.
down fully soiled. At least half soil him and clean him up slightly.
She did call poison control to make sure I wasn't gonna die.
Well, good for you. Maybe you're yeah,
It's like
yeah.
something died in his ass.
You're the mom.
Literally.
Yeah,
Literally,
literally,
yeah.
the mom.
Yeah.
Mom, speaking of mom, my mom, what would you be for superhero?
Emma?
I don't even know.
What would your colors be at least? She doesn't know. Huh?
White. You'd pull off white.
Racist. Just kidding. Just kidding.
She's a racist.
No. I have to cut that out.
Yeah.
Braden, what would your superhero name be?
No idea.
Now, do you know what your superpower would be?
What would yours be?
Mine?
Yeah.
I'll wait till the end. Don't worry. Wait.
I don't want to be the Bulge.
He's
by the
like,
way.
Yeah, you're
I
the
wanna-
bulge from now on.
Yeah, Marky wants to be like the Flash, made out of a lightsaber that
No.
can travel through time, but
No.
so fast that you can't.
Well, now-
like,
yeah.
even, like
Before.
he'll come back and kill you.
No, before.
he even killed you.
Then now
because
I would
before
be-
he would have killed you.
Because he goes back in time. Now I'd be the Bulge assistant, and I would be red because I think red and blue look good together, and I would just help out with the extra.
Yeah.
just decimate everybody.
You know what? When I
And
was
I would wear warming gloves
Yeah.
in the winter.
Yeah, blue.
You're welcome.
You'd be blue.
I'd be red. He'd
Yeah.
be blue.
Oh, I was gonna say
when
you
I
could
was
be
a
blue
kid,
if you
I
were the bulge
literally-
assistant. You could be like Viagra.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like Viagra man, the bulge's assistant.
when I
Dude.
was a kid, I literally wanted to travel like Iceman.
That'd be sick.
And
Nice.
Zone?
Like doesn't he like
and,
ski on
and what's
stuff?
what's the dude from Marvel, the one that disappears all the time? He's like
Oh,
blue.
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. I wanted to be able to disappear
Exactly.
like shit like that, like
That'd be
Nightcrawler.
sick.
You know what I mean?
That's Andrew's power. He would be able to teleport.
Yeah, but I also
Sick.
wanted to be strong, just like
Yeah,
just
I
have
feel
all
you.
those capabilities.
My dad's a bad person to ask because I asked him like, "What would your superpower be?" He'd be like, God, destroy it or make anything and everything at any moment. I said that's too OP. You got to dumb yourself down a lot a bit.
Well, that's like the Phoenix, right?
Oh, the bitch with the red hair.
Yeah, she could do that.
Yeah,
she
fuck
kill
her,
people
dude.
all the time.
I don't know. If she could.
They just like disappeared. They dissolved.
Yeah, I don't know. They kind of really pumped her up as a woman. I heard Captain Marvel. You like Captain Marvel?
No,
Yeah,
that was like the worst like
I never
Marvel
saw it,
movie
but
ever.
isn't Captain Marvel supposed to be like the end all be all?
I tried to watch
She
it 4
is.
times and I fell asleep
Dude,
every single
I think
time.
And
I only
she's-
tried once and then fell asleep.
She is so fucking OP. She just literally like something crazy is happening. She's like, if she comes in glowing like the Mario when you tap the star.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, yeah. And then she like does like this, and then like everything goes away, and it's like that's not really a good movie. She just
No. And then when
Everything.
shit really goes hard, like Avengers, like when shit's
Yeah.
really going down, she's like, I gotta go to another planet.
I know she leaves us. Like what a bitch, dude. Like fucking stay on our side. And what'd she even do?
She's
No one knows.
running life
Still.
off a calendar.
She
She's
probably
like,
went and cleaned all their houses or something like that. You know,
Well, probably not that, but
maybe
I'm not
super
try-
fast because she glows.
no.
I would say.
I just don't know what she did. Like,
No, we don't
and then
know.
the movie they made for her really didn't cover it.
Have you seen the new Spider-Man yet?
No.
Damn, have you?
Yes.
Have you? You have?
Yes, I have.
Who'd you go with? Who? What?
Just my brothers.
Damn, dude.
Baby.
Yeah. While I was at work.
Damn, she fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
It was really
We'll
funny.
go. We'll go. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm down. Did you like it? What would you rate it?
It was really good, and I'm an emotional person, so I did cry because there was
Oh
some sad
my
moments in the movie.
Yeah, I heard that they really directed it really well.
They
and,
did?
And the screenwriting,
really
the,
good.
Yeah.
the writing was really well. So to get all the characters in there and stuff.
Braden saw it.
I did see it.
Braden, what did you think about it?
I thought it was. I didn't think it was bad. I think it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was.
Did you cry?
No,
You went with your girlfriend, huh?
not a girlfriend. Just a
Oh.
friend.
Cut
Just
that out.
being-
Cut
just-
that out.
No,
Cut
no,
that
you
out.
can keep that in. not my girlfriend. but
I
somebody I'm
think
talking
this
to.
guy's my favorite Spider-Man by
Oh, Tom Holland. I think.
Yeah,
killed
Tom
I think he
Holland's-
killed the role.
he's awesome, dude.
You like Tom Holland?
Yeah.
You can. The door's right there.
Andrew hates him.
Wow. Fuck that guy.
You know,
Least
you know what
favorite.
makes me
All
like
day.
him? So like there's
Tobey
this,
Maguire's
there's this
in the
video
new Spider-Man.
there's this
I
video
know.
of him with that chick who plays
Zendaya.
Zendaya.
okay,
Yeah.
whatever her name is. And they're like, you know, at a whatever, and they're taking pictures of him, and her boob starts falling out, and he sees it, and he jumps right in front of her until she fixes it up
Good for him.
like a gentleman,
What
He's a good
respectable
guy.
He is
and
a
then
good
he
guy.
gets back,
He's a
and
good
then
guy.
he, you know,
Good
he's
guy.
a fucking good guy.
Good
He's
guy.
friend-
Shitty Spider-Man.
No, he's not shitty Spider-Man.
Where does he
No.
come from? There's no beginning story. How does he get his powers? Do you know?
Who?
Tom Holland.
He's Spider-Man.
No, but how?
Did you watch the first movie?
I did.
He got bit by a spider.
Really?
And how much
Yeah.
more explanatory could it
Wait,
get?
I didn't know he got bit. What's the first movie
He's got an origin
with Tom
story.
Holland?
Oh gosh, what is the first one?
He gets bit by a spider.
Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming.
He does not get bit by a spider in that movie.
Yes, he does.
No, he does not. I've watched it twice. Does he? Does he?
Someone's watching.
Does
it
he?
tonight. Yeah.
I'm not really sure anymore.
they don't
guys.
just change
I
the
can
story.
guess
Because he doesn't.
myself.
Because he doesn't.
You're
He-
right. He,
he
gets a
just is
pedicure
Spider-Man.
and gets an infection.
Exactly, that's what it is. And he's like
Some chick
Chinese
stuck him
Spider-Man
with a
somehow.
file.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. No, he doesn't get bit by a spider in Homecoming. He's just Spider-Man.
Okay.
Look it up.
You know what?
Someone.
We've seen enough Spider-Mans to know where Spider-Man gets his powers from.
Yeah,
I don't.
Thank you,
I want
Pablo.
to see it. Still.
You know, that's
Thank
like
you.
30 minutes of
But
bullshit.
they're different universes. So I got to see like Tom Holland. I got to see Tobey Maguire's. I got to see Andrew Garfield.
That's true because
Yeah, but Tobey
Andrew-
Maguire on the third one, that was the worst Spider-Man ever, where he's
And
dancing down the hall and he's
Yeah,
like,
he's all
He's
emo.
bad Venom,
he's all
though.
emo.
And he was making sex to that fucking cross the way chick,
like
his
the
landlord's
German
daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that one. That one's kind of
Whatever.
weird.
He was making sex on
Potato,
her.
potato.
Dude, but that makes the most sense. Tobey Maguire fucking shoots out of his wrist.
Yeah.
Organic.
It's he got his abilities after being bitten by a radioactive spider.
Does it show it though? Go to images. Go to images.
I think it does.
It doesn't.
It happened.
I think it does.
No.
They would
Anyways.
never make a Spider-Man without the origin
But what you
story
were
of
saying,
that.
Tobey Maguire, like,
Yeah,
and
he's
actually it's
organic.
natural, but the others have to make
No,
the-
but
Yes,
he still had
exactly.
to make the little triggers because it wasn't making
Not Toby.
enough. Yes.
No, not Toby.
Not
did.
Toby. No, he
No,
doesn't.
his was
He's-
stress like related.
Yes,
like,
it was. He was.
so
I
when
don't
he
know.
started,
No, I watched the movie. In number 2, it was
Yes.
stress related with Doc Ock, and he was like trying to be Spider-Man, but trying not to be Spider-Man to like be with like MJ. And he
Yeah.
like loved
Oh
MJ,
yeah,
so
he was
like
trying to
hella
like fly
stressed.
from things to things. And couldn't do
Exactly.
it.
So he ran out, but he didn't.
Isn't
he
that
doesn't
weird
make
though?
him
Is like stress affected his ability to be able to
save people.
shoot a web?
basically
I would
like
be-
mid-web, get
I would-
stressed out. and-
I would be a realistic spider, like. You
At
know?
the back?
Yeah, out the backside.
What? No.
That'd be sick.
Hey,
would not be-
Hella real.
If you watch the new movie, they talk about that,
My hands would
and
be free.
it's really funny.
Yeah, it's
Like
basically
the conversation, it's basically what we're talking about.
Really?
In
Yeah.
the new Spider-Man movie.
At least all my hands would be free.
I think the Spider-Man they got going right now is
Damn,
the
you're-
best Marvel character
What?
they have right now. That's
You're a
in
Tom Holland
production.
fan.
Yeah.
I am
Hey,
too.
dude,
Yeah.
he's him. Robert Downey's and them are like boys.
Yeah.
he's like
Yeah,
he's
that's
like
it.
boys
He
with
gave
Robert
him, like,
Downey.
Father
He
figure.
gave him like
all this
everything.
power.
Yeah.
He gave him everything.
Oh, I know. He gave him everything. At least Tobey Maguire had to work for everything, and still didn't get nothing,
Yeah,
and
he-
still had to work.
He was a lame ass cameraman.
So how are we
photographer.
about Andrew
That's
Maguire
fucked up.
then?
Yeah, no. Andrew, what's his name? Fucking sucks. The middle Spider-Man. So it's like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and then Tom Holland. Andrew Garfield can just go fucking suck at all the dicks.
I don't remember that guy.
He can suck the bulge.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. He did
now he
suck.
knows. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
he
he's
did
terrible.
suck.
He has like weird hair, and the fucking
Yeah.
glasses, the lenses are like hella big and like cartoony.
Yeah, his face is really
Not
long.
a fan. Yeah, very long and very tall hair.
Yeah.
Not a fan. You wouldn't
No.
know what that looks like, but it's okay.
No, I don't. No, I lost my hair when I was young.
Wait, what age? Because I'm thinning.
I started shaving my head my sophomore year.
Of high school?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, fuck.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm losing. I got the McDonald's M right here and back here, helicopter pad.
Yeah.
But we're working on it. You know, it's fine.
How you working on it?
I'm not actually. I just fucking put
Wear-
gel and
put
I
a hat
cover
on.
it. I know. I just cover it the gel.
They got a lot of treatments nowadays.
I know. I have one at,
I mean,
sitting
if you're
in my
trying to
cabinet.
keep it, I mean,
I'm trying.
I
yeah.
think losing your hair is part of just growing up.
I don't
and
care. It doesn't bug me. I'm
I
just saying
think
it's going.
If you got confidence, you got confidence. You can rock anything.
I wish my pubes would be gone first. Like start losing it down there and then
Yeah,
up here
I feel
eventually when
you.
I'm 35-ish.
I feel
you know?
you.
That'd be sick. Because then I wouldn't have to like take care of anything.
That's why I tell people, I'm like, I don't understand how I could rock a beard, but I'm missing my hair up here.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
come
It
on,
just
like-
it just like flip rolls. You know.
Yeah, just like really did.
How's the Australian beard coming along?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The one down under.
I'm starting to get at an age where they're turning gray, bro.
No shit.
Yeah.
Dude, let him go silver. Fuck.
Yeah. A little
let it
salt
go.
and pepper going on.
The real
You
silver
fucking
fox.
like the salt and pepper?
Yeah.
She don't
Hell yeah.
care.
She cares. She
No, they don't.
No.
Yeah, when
She
you get when
cares.
you're married for as long as we are, it's just kind of like, you know, I walk around naked and she just looks at me. She's like, "That's not until she wants it,
I walk around naked.
huh?"
I walk around naked.
Yeah.
Well, in the bathroom. That's it. Just to get from the shower to get my clothes. But it's like this.
I think that everybody does that.
Yeah. Did everybody do that? Really? Dude, sometimes when I'm really cold and I know it's cold outside, like in the morning, I'll shower and then I'll keep the shower running because it's hot steam. Step away from the water, take my towel off, and dry off. And then put my clothes on while the water's running to keep me warm still. You should try it.
Nah.
It's a fucking. it's a good time.
Don't think so.
No.
What? What, Aaron?
I have a floor heater in the bathroom.
Aaron has a heated jacket, heated gloves, heated shoes,
And-
heated fucking floor. What the fuck, dude?
She's seriously gonna go in a old people home.
Yeah.
At a
dude,
young age.
She really is going to. She's
I'm just gonna send
like
her there and
50
be
right
like,
now,
"You
and
could,
she's not.
because she wants to. It has to be like 80 degrees in the house.
Yeah.
What? Who are you? You know how
Yeah.
much money that is? 80?
She's gonna
at-
be pissed about it. She's like, I'm not fucking going. He's be like, they have a heated floor. And she'll be like, when do we go?
Oh no, she's
When
going.
do I get
I'm gonna stay
that?
home. I'm gonna stay in my house. She's gonna go.
Yeah, no, you're.
Yeah, I'm just gonna live my
How's
life.
her?
Dude, fuck. That sucked. I'm sorry. What? Have you been looking so far?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a new
All right.
place in Lodi,
Do you think they'll
La
accept her?
Vida.
Do you think they'll accept
55
her?
and up.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, your personality is definitely like 70.
Yeah.
Marky,
Yeah.
Closing statement.
Already? Okay, fuck. Okay, Aaron, closing statement.
For what? Are we closing?
Yeah.
There's still more. I think we should do this again.
Do you have a topic we could talk about real quick? She's capping. Mom.
I got one.
I thought of who I would want to be as a superhero.
Okay.
Who you
go
want?
for it.
Yeah.
Marcy.
Oh my God, the only female transformer would be.
She was
That's a
kind of
good one.
banging.
That's a good one.
She was kind of banging though.
Oh,
You know, for a car. Or whatever the
She's a
fuck she was.
motorcycle.
Yeah. Yeah. She was
If you
pink,
were-
right?
what was
Wasn't
that?
she pink?
Yeah, if you're
Black
Yeah,
and
yeah.
white.
Yeah.
if you're going to commit
a little bit.
auto bestiality,
Yeah.
it would have been with that car.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, he was like,
I think
hey.
I could find another one.
Yeah, it was a better one.
There's gotta be another
Raina,
one.
There
do
was
you-
a hot car out there. That was the one.
No, there's only one female motorcycle transformer. Raina, do you have any closing statements?
I don't.
None at all.
No.
Nothing on your mind?
No, not really.
It's because she's homeschooled. Raiden.
This is fun. I think Aaron might be right. Maybe we need another one.
Maybe we do you, and then we bring Aaron on next Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Andre wants to come.
And Andre I have 2 chairs for Andre. Oh, Andre, never mind.
Yeah,
Who's inside?
Yeah, work.
Carlo.
Carlo. Okay, Andre could come in. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Let's
Always
get him
welcome.
on.
Wait, you know what we could talk to finish? Tell him your last story about being drunk.
You have a last drunk story?
At the
Yeah.
he's like, he's like,
What is it?
fucking shut up, Aaron.
Huh?
we got in a fight with your buddy.
Okay, so this is a good one.
He doesn't.
So
he's
it's my
like,
buddy's 21st. Oh no, my 21st birthday.
Yours.
My 21st birthday.
Okay, you guys have been together a long
Alright.
time.
This
So-
is back when the shot glasses were leather.
Yeah, this is back when.
Yeah, you took him out of a
Horse and
sheep,
carriage to get there.
sheep's
Yeah.
bladder. You used to have to like.
So my
Like-
21st birthday, my plan for my 21st birthday is to get tattooed. All right. So
Sick.
I already went into Hard Luck. I dropped a $50 or $100 deposit.
They were alive back then?
Yeah, they were going back then. So I'm not that fucking old. Goddamn. But anyways, so
Hard Luck was on a ship in the Delta.
My
You had
buddy was
like,
supposed
board,
to- my
board
bro-
it to get tattooed.
yeah.
The guy that had he had the stick.
So my buddy was supposed to show up with my design for my tattoo. So I get there, he doesn't show up.
What the fuck?
Can't
Not
get a
friends
hold of
anymore.
him. Trying to figure out what's going on. Long story short, I lose my deposit.
I've done
Tattoo
that.
got canceled. I was
Motherfucker.
pissed. I was pissed. So they're like, "Hey, well, we're here," and my buddy Rudy was like, "Bro, don't even worry about it," because he was working at the movie theater at the time in Lodi. He's all, "Let's go to Legends." That's how old it is.
Yeah,
He's like-
T-Rex coming through the
Yeah,
roof.
yeah. So he's like, "Let's just go to Legends. Let's get some drinks and you know, I'll buy." So we go to Legends. Aaron's is there. She's not 21 yet, so they let her in because it's still daytime. So
Good.
so we're in there. They're serving me drinks. It's my 21st birthday. They're giving me shots, all types of shit. She's
yeah.
like, "Hey, I gotta go now because it's 8:00. They're gonna kick me out because I'm not 21."
That
blah blah
sucks.
blah. So we keep drinking. We keep partying. We decide at the end of the night to leave, and the buddy who was like, "I got you," he looks over at me. He's like, "Hey, Brian, got no money."
I don't got you.
This
I don't got you.
Fucker, dude.
So I was fucking.
Did you show him the bulge
pissed.
before?
No,
I would have.
I should have. Anyways, so I was like, all right. So I paid the lady. He was hitting on her all night. I gave her a pretty good tip, so she was being a little extra nice to me. Well, he was getting all pissed off because he thought I was trying to like hit on his girl. I'm like, dude, I got a girlfriend. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like already pretty much married at the point, you know.
Dude, I
So-
shit myself in front of her. We're like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
We're like a
Oh, yeah.
thing.
So I shitted my pants like 2 days before that. Yeah. It was like 2 days before that. Yeah, so it was crazy, right? Crazy week.
This dude didn't shit his
Yeah.
pants. He shitted him, dog.
Yeah. Because at my buddy's party where I shit my pants, and his birthday was like July 19th or something, and it was mine was the 20th. So like it was like right after it.
He's like, we're engaged.
Yeah.
Shitted myself last night.
This is how I roll. What's up?
Yeah, we're going deep.
If I shit my pants and she stays,
Yeah,
it's love.
It's over.
It's
That's
love.
as good as a marriage certificate in California.
Dude,
So
fuck.
we're walking back to the parking garage, you know, that they have out there
Yeah.
in Lodi, and he's just talking shit, and we're just talking, and I'm just like, bro, just shut the fuck up, you know, you're a piece of shit, you didn't buy my beers, fucking all this stuff, and he's just mouthing off, and then Finally, we get into the parking garage, and I turn around. I'm like, hey, listen here, motherfucker. I'm going to fuck you up if you keep talking shit.
Oh, shit.
And he keeps talking shit, and I pushed him, and he pushed me back, and then I just went red. And I beat the fuck out of him. Just beat him up, you know, busted him up, everything. So all this is happening, and then all of a sudden this guy in a wheelchair with a security guard in a wheelchair comes up.
He got it too. Fuck
He's like,
that guy.
hey, you guys need to stay here. I already called the cops.
Down
and I'm
the
like,
hill.
hey, fuck you, because he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Stand up when he talked to me.
Yeah, so I take off running. I'm like, he ain't gonna catch me. You know what I mean? So I'm running. I call Aaron. I'm like, hey, I'm getting chased by a fucking security guard in a wheelchair. Come pick me up. I'm throwing up in bushes because, like, just all the adrenaline went away.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm throwing up. I shaded again.
Yeah. So whatever happens, we leave. And then, like, maybe a week later, we're going to the movies. And we park in that garage. You know, like, I don't know if I should park in here because this guy, the security guard in the
Still got the
wheelchair.
He's gonna roll up on me.
So
Literally.
I think we went to the movie, and on our way back, I see the guy. He's not in a wheelchair. He's in a golf cart.
What the fuck?
I
You're
was
just
so
that fucked
drunk that
Oh my god.
I thought he was in a wheelchair. And for the whole week, I was like, why the fuck would they hire a security guard in a wheelchair? Like, this is the dumbest fucking parking garage ever. He was in a golf cart. Yeah. Yeah, so it just goes to show when
What's
you're
wrong
drunk.
with you? Your legs don't work?
Yeah.
They work fine,
Dude,
sir.
yeah, I'm in a golf cart.
Yeah.
That is
What?
hilarious.
And he just looked at me in the golf cart when I walked by him. I was just like, fuck you.
You're like, dude, you're fucking fixed. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, it's a
Look
miracle.
at you using your legs to stop and go.
Look at what they get
Dude,
you.
that-
Look at this thing.
Aaron
God,
looks-
it's got it's got leather on the seats.
Aaron looked at me.
Jesus,
She's like,
it's got-
really, a wheelchair?
It's
I'm
got a foot
like,
pedal?
"Hey."
Oh my
That's what it
gosh,
is.
is this it's got a roof on it?
Oh my god, dude. This is the coolest wheelchair I've ever seen in my fucking life. Dude.
Can I get in here?
Dude, that is
Yeah.
hilarious, bro. A fucking 4-person fucking wheelchair.
And then I got one more story. Like, this is because
Dude,
we're
bring
kind
on
of
that.
wrapping up the tattoo thing.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
probably not going to
Yeah.
talk about tattoos.
You
again.
tattoo? I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
So I was wondering if you were going to ask me, like, what's the weirdest tattoo story you have?
I wanted to get that.
And I
asked-
never got that.
I asked the cover-up story instead because I didn't
Yeah.
know if you were like gonna tell it. But yeah.
Well, I have one, and you know, this
It's like
is
it
one.
wasn't,
I don't think
but I'm not
Aaron even
going
knows
to.
this story.
oh, good.
Um,
Do you want to get in on
and,
this?
and we're not going to argue about this right now. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, wait till we get home.
But this actually, this actually changed my like.
the weirdest tattoo.
It changed my idea of like how and who I tattoo in my house. So I'm tattooing, and this chick hits me up. I don't even know how she got my number, but she's like, "Hey, I'm looking to get a tattoo. I have, you know, a tattoo here, and I just need to add some more flowers, whatever."
Hood rat.
And okay, exactly right.
Yeah.
And you know, something about it was weird. You
Yeah.
know, I was like, "How did she get my number?" You know, I don't know who this chick is, whatever. So she comes over, and I had drew the design, and she's like, "That's perfect. That's what I want." Well, when you walked in my studio back in the day, my printer was here, and my tattoo studio was over here. So I turn around, and I'm running it through the printer, and I turn around, and she's got her whole top off, and her just boobs are
Whoa,
just like
fucking
hanging
whore.
out, and I'm just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" She's like, "Well, isn't this what you want?" I'm like,
No.
"No, like what are you doing?" My kids are in the next room.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "This is a home, you know, a private studio. This
Yeah.
no, this is not how I do it." I'm like, "Put your shirt back on," and at that point, I was like, "There's something wrong with this chick."
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
she's willing to do that.
Yeah, she's willing to do that. So I do the tattoo, and I just push it down far enough where I could get the tattoo done. You know, and then I find out she got my number from a buddy of mine, Derek Hudson, and I hit
That guy.
Derek up, and I'm just like, "Hey man, like, how do you know this chick?" He's like, "Bro."
Truck stop. No, I'm
Hey,
just kidding.
he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, but this chick's fucking weird. She's just looking for attention. She fucking got a hold of me from, you know, the bike page, and
Damn.
she started sending me nudes and all this shit." And I was just like,
So
"Yeah."
you gave him your number? know
No,
why
she
you didn't tell
found
me
me
the story.
through like tattooing other guys within that page or whatever. I don't know.
He
Somehow
doesn't
she got
know,
my number.
Aaron. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron,
So
it was
anyways,
a long time ago.
Yeah, Aaron. Come
it
on.
was a long time
Yeah,
ago.
we're gonna fight later over this.
Yeah. So anyways,
Aaron, there was barely cell phones
Show her
back
the
then.
bulge.
That was literally the weirdest thing that's ever happened.
were like-
She just fucking took her fucking tits out.
totally out.
That's
That
pretty
is-
mellow
like both of
compared to like what it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
That's
could
good.
been like
If that's the worst you ever had. Good on
Well, I also had a guy try to find me in in my house.
after or before the tattoo.
He wasn't even getting tattooed.
Oh,
He was the
just trying to
translator.
fight you.
He was a translator because the guy I was tattooing was Mexican and didn't speak English.
I feel like you just come at a guy with a tattooed gun.
he just got
Yeah.
he was like he was fine when he got there, but then out of nowhere he got really hammered, and the guy I was tattooing went to the bathroom, and when the guy was in the bathroom he was like, "Hey, I need you to tattoo me." He's like, "Right here." I'm like, "All right, well maybe I could set you an appointment after
Yeah.
done with him." He's like, "No, do it right now while he's in the bathroom."
What? How?
I'm like, I gotta
fuck?
switch out all my needles and stuff,
Yeah,
and he's
make it
like,
clean.
"No, use the same needles." I'm like, "Whoa, bro, that's I don't do that." I'm like, "You're gonna have to set an appointment," and he fucking got mad. He's like, he hit my table and he's like, "Boom!" So you're gonna fucking do it right now.
What?
And stood up, and this is back when like, I think I was tattooing at home at the time, and I was in my kitchen. You know, I had a clean area.
So the
and,
one on Golden Heights.
yeah, and Aaron or Raina and Andre and Carla were just sitting in the living room watching TV, and I looked down there and they had no clue what was going on. I was like, and I was in a room with 3 guys that I didn't even know,
Fuck.
and I'm just like, fuck, what's
all
gonna happen?
of that.
What's gonna happen right now? So I just was like, hey man, listen, I don't do dirty needles.
Yeah.
I don't do that shit. So if you want to get tattooed, you're just gonna have to wait.
Yeah, make an appointment for fucking 3 days from now. It's
So
not hard.
he sat down and he was just dead-eyed fucking locked on me. The guy came back in, I started tattooing him, and he was just locked. I could feel him,
Yeah, look
just
at you.
like he wanted to hurt me. And I was just like, fuck, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So I'm tattooing this guy, and like 30 minutes went by of me just feeling him, and then I looked over and he was fucking passed out.
What?
Yeah. So
Dude.
then
Did you talk to him anytime after that, or like hear anything?
he
about
was
him?
he lived across the street. No, I never talked to him ever
Your
again.
neighbors are crazy. I've heard.
But listen, I'm tattooing this guy still while he's passed out, and some guy just walks in my front door. What's up, bro? With some beers. I'm like, who the fuck are you? He's like, oh, it's not cool. I'm like, you can't just walk in my front door, dude. Like, I don't know you. Like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, hey, you need to get this guy out here. You already tried to fight me. He's like, bro, he gets like this when he gets drunk. I'm like,
I hate
hey.
people like that.
I'm like, you know what? Take him home. I'll finish this guy's tattoo and I'll send him home. So fucking, and then that was, the last time I
So you-
tattoo people I didn't really know.
You sat there and tattooed this dude that couldn't speak
English.
How did that go after? Was it like weird? Was it like, did he say anything?
No.
Did he thank you in English?
No.
What?
I did the tattoo and he just left, and it was the last time I did a tattoo without referrals.
Yeah.
All my
fuck.
tattoos are referrals. You have to know somebody I've tattooed, and it has to be a high referral. It's got to be. You got to be within the circle.
I
So,
see. What would you have any advice for someone getting their first tattoo, like Braden or Braden?
Not doing it. But
First tattoo. How old are you, Braden?
Like 75?
30?
32?
I tell people this, and people think it's weird when I say this because it used to be the opposite. I tell them, if you want to be different, don't get a tattoo. Because everybody has tattoos now.
Yeah, I don't have any.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got tattoos. Everybody's got tattoos now. So, like, if you want to be different now, it's just don't get a tattoo. You know what I mean? Or be prepared on what you want to get and make sure you want to live with it long term, because, there's been people I've tattooed where I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And they're like, why? I'm like, you're 18. You don't need a fucking forearm tattoo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
That
like,
was my
you-
first
I
tattoo at
wouldn't-
18.
Okay,
Yeah, you don't-
I
you
can
don't-
see a lot of eyes.
And my whole
going
thing
towards
is
me.
like, you don't have a career yet.
Yeah.
You might want to get into like corrections or become a police officer, and that's gonna stop you in your tracks. They're gonna want to know why you got that tattoo. Is it gang related? Is it this? Is it that? And then you're gonna have to wear sleeves if you're out in the field and stuff like that. So I tell kids all the time, like, at 18 you shouldn't be getting tattoos unless you're 100% sure that you could cover them and it's not gonna
I'm a special effects
hurt you
makeup
from
thing.
and
I can cover
her,
that.
that was one of the biggest problems I had with her. At one point she was ready to get a sleeve, and I was just like,
I'm still ready to get
you
a
don't
sleeve.
you don't know what you're doing with yourself yet. You know what I mean? And Aaron could talk about it. When she was homeschooling the kids, and going to homeschooling events, she was an outsider because she had tattoo sleeves. You know, people look at you different, and you know, it's still kind of a, you know, taboo. You know, depending on who you are and where you are, and I just, you know.
Yeah, I didn't get a job in Arizona at a fucking movie theater because I had tattoos. But I all the way to the point where I was talking to everybody, and I was like, okay, like, I want to work here. Can I get an application? The girl gave me the application, was like, grab the paper and, like, turn back toward the counter and was, like, looking to her right. And she was, like shaking her head and, like, nodding her head and shit. She, like, slid me the application. She's like, I didn't notice when you walked in, but you have arm tattoos, and we don't hire anybody with tattoos. You can fill out this application, but chances of us accepting you are very low. And I was like, you didn't know I had tattoos. Whoever was talking to you had to tell you, don't give him that. He has tattoos. Like, you didn't notice. I had one. That was it on my forearm. And I was like, and your guys' main, what do you call it? Uniform is long sleeve. So why would it matter?
Yeah.
She's like, the fact that we know you have tattoos, we can't hire you. And that's crazy. That's so crazy. No one would notice. It's darker in movie theaters when you, like, I don't know, super odd.
You know,
super odd to me.
Yeah, and you know, you probably go to that movie theater now, it's different.
Yeah, it's probably
You know,
way different.
it's definitely different times. But I always tell people, like, just, you know, that's my advice to people. Just
No face, neck, or hands. That's
Yeah.
what I say.
And you know what? And that was my policy for the longest time. You could ask Aaron. I did a neck tattoo on my niece. And after I did it, I felt so fucking guilty. I felt like shit, and I was like, I'll never do this again.
Whoa.
And
fuck.
that's permanent. That's long term.
And it's visible.
It's visible. She's doing fine in life. She went through college and she got her degree, and she's doing fine now.
What was
but
it?
It says karma hella big
Not her.
this
front.
way.
It is pretty.
It's
a
pretty,
tattoo.
but it says karma going up her neck.
Oh, going up. Got it. Not
Yeah.
across.
Yeah, and you know, after I did it, I was like, fuck, she's so young, you know, and I didn't think about it at the time, you know. I was just kind of just, you know, getting into tattooing, and it got to a point where I was like, after that happened, I was like, I'm not doing neck, I'm not doing hand tattoos, I'm not doing faces or anything, and I don't think I've done maybe 2 hand tattoos, but it's usually people that are in their 50s that have.
You did the village one.
Yeah, that on a rapper. You know,
Oh, okay.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. It's status for him.
Yeah,
It
he's
actually helps him out.
Yeah, status wise, and he's actually a pretty well known rapper. And so I did him, and then you know, I think that's about it.
Do you know Haiti Baby?
Who?
Haiti Baby?
No.
He's a known rapper. He goes to our gym.
We should have Andre in here for music.
Yeah,
Yeah?
Andre's pretty good with music.
Yeah.
You know what you know, and I love my son Andre because he's a lot like me as a kid, but he listens to all this new generation rap. But when I show him some of the old school stuff, he actually takes it in, and like that's what he listens to now. He's listening to some of the old school Nas, you know,
No shit.
Jay-Z. He's like listening to the old stuff, and you know, he's kind of just not only taking in the new music, but he's, you know, bringing some of the old stuff and bringing it back, and it's kind of nice to see, you know,
Yeah.
that he actually has an ear for music, not just what is hot right now.
Hey, tell him the Super Bowl comment.
Oh yeah. So the Super Bowl, you know, he was performing at the Super Bowl.
Do I know who was performing? No.
It's Dr. Dre, Snoop
What?
Dogg, Eminem, Mary
This
J.
coming up
Blige,
Super Bowl?
yeah,
Yeah.
No, I didn't know
and
that.
Kendrick Lamar. So
Shit.
I'm like, hey, did you hear who's playing for Super Bowl? He's like, yeah, Kendrick Lamar, Dr. I'm like, hey, shut the fuck up. I'm like, let's get something straight. It's Dr. Dre,
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar. You don't put
Kendrick
Kendrick
is good,
Lamar.
though.
He is, but
He's
but
not Snoop Dogg.
he's
or
not Snoop
Dr.
Dogg. He's
Dre.
not Dr. Dre. He doesn't have the same, you know.
You know, he went on Jimmy Fallon, and they talked about how he had like almost as many Grammys as Michael Jackson. It's
He
like
does.
Michael Jackson has 7 or something. He was at like 5 or 6, and he was like, just talking about how he's humbling himself. He's like, if they offered me 7, he's like, I wouldn't take the 7th one. He's like, why would I be on this? Why would I be portrayed on the same level as Michael Jackson when I didn't put in the same amount of work? He says it wouldn't be worth it to me to get it. And he said, I would be fine with my 5. He said, I will not get 6 or 7 because I have not put the work in yet to be like Michael Jackson. He said, I will not tie with him and I will not beat him. And he said that on Jimmy Kimmel or
As
something.
in diddled kids or what?
I mean, yeah. I mean, when it comes to music, I think he was talking about that. But when
Yeah.
it comes to like how, I don't.
You know what? And I listen to a lot of rap and music like that, and he is one of the rappers that I can actually listen to and enjoys
good.
music because he's actually a wordsmith. He actually is an artist. A lot of these guys, I'm like, they're rappers. Yeah, Andre, this guy's great,
all
but
hype.
in 2 years you won't ever hear this guy again.
Yeah, like Lil Pump. I was like super big into Lil
Yeah.
Pump, and now I don't hear anything from him.
No, because they don't have the sound that you need to last.
Or Fetty Wap. He's gone.
He's gone.
Who else?
Little Uzi, all these
Oh,
guys,
fuck
they
them.
come and they go. They just
Yeah.
anybody with little in it,
Mm-hmm.
besides Little Wayne,
Yeah.
that they don't last long.
I saw Lil Wayne at fucking Rolling Loud. It was amazing. He
I
shot
saw-
streamers over the crowd.
I saw Little Wayne back when he first came out, when he was like 14 years old at the Cash Money tour.
You were like 25?
No, I was like 19,
Oh,
18.
okay. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the same age.
Yeah, he was hella tiny.
That's crazy. Huh?
Yeah, I was a
He
rapper.
was.
You rap?
Yeah.
What's your rap name? Lil Pablo?
I don't think I have one.
Pablito?
Was it PAB? Yeah.
Shut
PAB.
up. PAB 209?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Do
Yeah.
you have any music at all? Anything recorded?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He used
What?
to play it all the time when me and my brothers were like younger. I didn't even know it was actually him till like maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I'll send you a link.
Oh,
an email.
dude, yes, that's
Yeah.
sick. That is so fucking
That's why
sick.
I tell people all the time. I'm the most interesting person that nobody knows because I've done a little bit of everything. No, it's not
No, he's
bragging.
being
It's
real.
just like
He's being real. Aaron.
no,
come
it's
on.
just like
Being real.
I've done a little bit of everything, and people like. I know a lot of people, and people don't know me exactly for who I am, except Erin because she's been around for most of it.
She's seen
you
it
know,
at your worst.
She's seen me at my best and my worst, and
Your worst.
She was in the stands for
Yeah.
his rapping concert.
Yeah.
Well, shut up. What the
kidding.
fuck?
No, she wasn't.
Oh, wait, there's no concert?
No concert. No
Oh,
concert.
dude, Raina, don't do it to me. I was
Yeah.
so fucking hyped right there. Fuck.
I know.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's amazing. You look like you lived a million lives for only being
Yeah.
37.
What's that saying?
38?
A jack of all
40.
trades, and master at none.
Yeah.
That's me.
Well, there's more to that saying. I just don't know it.
Yeah.
It's like a whole sentence.
Yeah. It's actually not what it sounds like.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
actually changes up after you say that part,
Yeah.
and then it changes up. But, it
Yeah.
is what it is. Shit, dude. I think my closing statement would be thank you for being on here. Fucking, I learned a lot, and it's good to see, how do I say this nicely? Someone older than me's point of view that's also
Yeah.
older than Braden. Because
Yeah.
Braden's the oldest person I know.
Well, yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot we could talk about. But an hour is not going to cover it.
No, we got to. I mean, you can come back
Yeah.
on whenever you want, and you can finish this whole entire bottle and this glass whenever
Yeah.
you're ready.
I'm gonna leave this bottle here.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll put it up right here.
You
Fuck
put it right
the
there.
American
Put it.
flag.
Yeah. That's for you guys. You guys.
Thank
can
you.
Sip on it a little bit.
Hell,
and-
oh,
Or if,
have
when,
you
when
ever
we come back, I can sip on it.
have you ever tried Gentleman Jack or box tequila?
So you know what, man?
Do you want to try box tequila before we go?
I have a big whiskey bar, right?
I'll get it.
I have like probably 45 to 50 whiskeys, and my buddy was like, "Hey, I want to come out over and check your whiskey," and I was like, "If you come over, you need to bring a bottle of whiskey," and I said, "Don't bring Jack Daniels."
No, that's okay.
So he brings me Gentleman Jack,
well,
and that thing sits
yeah,
on my shelf and it's
it
still full.
sits on that shelf. Do you want to try the box tequila?
Sure, I'll take a shot.
Okay, go ahead. You got to push the red fucking. You got it in your mouth. You got to push the red button in. It's linty. It's. Oh my god, you're fucking insane.
God,
that
tequila is so disgusting.
Oh, it's terrible. Hold on.
It's not on the hook.
You're good.
okay.
You're good.
And then here real quick.
Oh, well.
Just
No, I'm not
this
doing that,
is,
too. I'm not doing that, too.
premium blended whiskey with the EY.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay. Do you want to smell it at least?
He's too old to be peer pressured.
Yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I can't really smell that.
It smells like fucking booty hole.
Yeah?
Not gonna lie. But yeah, dude, thank you for being on.
Ah, booty
I
hole.
appreciate it. You gotta come on again. We'll have Aaron on next and we'll have you on again. You can fucking sit in the hot seat over there and fucking
Yeah.
talk about everything. It'll be a
Yeah,
good time.
Erin's got a lot of good stories too.
I bet she does.
I just
I bet
don't know
she
if
does.
she'll tell the good ones.
She will. We'll fucking create a list of everything.
Yeah.
And we'll fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much the fucking podcast. Before we leave, you gotta do something cool for the thumbnail. You ready? You ready? Do you want to be in it? I'm just gonna chug a beer. That's what I'm gonna do. Do you want to be in it?
Oh yeah, sure.
Do you want to be in it? Get over here. Get over up in the fucking crevices of the podcast studio.
Brayden, are you sleepy?
Oh my gosh, it's a lot more quiet.
He
Over here, over here.
he's 30. He's getting to the age where like
32.
this is past his
32.
bedtime.
I get reprimanded for trying to cut shit off and then runs.
Are you
Ready?
in trouble? Are you in timeout?
We're gonna take a picture.
He's always trying to get me to cut off.
Thumbnail.
Me?
Yeah.
How?
He was like, keep it on time.
No, I'm not. I could go wherever. I'm just saying.
We're at 2 hours.
Hey, Joe
Okay.
Rogan goes 3 hours. I'm just saying 3.5.
I hear you.
When you have a good time, you have a good time.
Check that shit.
And did you guys do anything?
I chugged my water.
What'd you
When
do?
chug?
Nothing. I'm not gonna.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
We're
but-
good. And
Thumbnail.
we're out of
Good
here.
in there.
Fuck.
Whoops.
Thumbnail.
Thumbnail. We're at 2 hours?
Yeah, dude.
We went 2 hours.
Unbelievable.
feel like 2 hours.
Hey, welcome to our podcast.
Body, I'm an icon, man. And my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in a Benz.